Yes, there is somebody missing here, but if you look, our character names under ourselves are not actually our normal character names, because today we are looking into character backstories. This is a one-shot campaign that we are delving into the backstory of.
So we are coming into the city of Northmoor. We wanted to do something for you without having our usual fourth member here. We did not want to take a week of D&D off. We also saw this as a good opportunity and something we've been looking into doing for a while now, building the world out potentially from the background. So we are here in Northmoor, and we are working today in the Hand and Mouth with Viv and Suta. So our three new characters that we will be introducing to have our people play are...
I am Wilhelmina Tag. Is that it? Tag.
Yeah.
Wilhelmina Tag.
You said
I know. Wilhelmina Tag. And I am a prostitute.
I mean, you're very not subtle. Nope. We also have...
I am Claire Wygram, and I am a redheaded 16-year-old prostitute / maid / cook.
/maid / cook, learning under Octavian today.
Yes.
And then finally...
I am Adelaide LaRouche, and I am a 21-year-old beautiful person who may pleasure people for money.
Yes, and information today. That is our gambit. We are here to solve the three backstories of these people, as well as seeing how their history impacted our world as we have been playing in it. So, we are going to be beginning here late in the evening, approximately 7 to 8 p.m., here in the Hand and Mouth, as we recall the tavern and brothel that was once run by Viv and Suta successfully in the city of Northmoor. They were known for being the most successful because they were right on the docks, so all of the tradesmen who would come in from Southmoor or going to Northmoor, or coming back from Southmoor to Northmoor, would immediately get their services in a hot meal, really hot meal, at the Hand and Mouth. So, the tavern of the Hand and Mouth is comprised of a small stone base. The upper portions are wattle and daub structure, meaning that they were forged out of kind of like a clayish mud and interwoven wooden sections. That
like this!
Kind of exactly like this
room.
Conveniently done on purpose. We built the Hand and Mouth.
Oh no!
Which one of us is the hand? So, the tavern itself is kind of dank and dreary. It is done so purposefully because Viv and Suta have been working here for some time in their own means of espionage. They have used their influence successfully throughout the city of Northmoor, and they have been occupying this area of the docks with the Hand and Mouth for about 10 years now. So this has been a successfully operated tavern for some time. So, we will begin with young Claire sweeping up right next to Viv with her broom as Viv is instructing her, No, Claire, you must sweep like this.
Like
Yes, much better, thank you. Okay, so
great.
You should probably try to see if the other girls are okay. Have you seen the Adelaide in some time?
No, I haven't, but I can go check for it.
Okay, and while you're out there, see if Wilhelmina is, doing the usual that she is so known for in tavern.
Okay.
The Mouth. Mouth Junior. Hope we're ready for today.
That's me.
That's me.
Mouth Junior.
I guess I walk outside and look for Wilhelmina and Adelaide.
Sucking off street people in the fucking alley.
That's what Wilhelmina might be known for. So yes, you step outside the door, okay, and you hear kind of like, the pulling up of pants sound off to the right side of you.
Like
in
slurping?
What is no slurping. It's already concluded. You just hear the pulling up of some breeches and a gruff sounding man going, "Oh, thank you, you were amazing." And you just hear footsteps kind of leading away, and then
Who is it?
you hear a voice saying, "Who is it?"
It's me. It's me. It's Wilhelmina.
Oh, hey, Wilhelmina. I'm just looking for you.
Oh, yeah, I'm here. Just got paid. Oh, man.
Was it worth it?
Oh,
Let's see what you got paid. Roll a d6 for gold pieces earned,
right.
and I will roll satisfaction for the
That's
gruffy
a
gentleman.
4.
30% satisfied.
All right. Well, I'm gonna see how satisfied I was. 90.
There
so
you go.
Really,
So then it was
really,
worth it.
Wilhelmina
really
loves
worth
the
it.
street.
really, really worth it.
Down and
It was
dirty
great.
with gravel.
Yeah, it was really good. I really like dirt. It's great just being outside in this alley.
Good job. Okay. Viv's looking for you.
Okay, I'll head inside and go talk to her. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so the
Might
two
wanna
of
use some
you
mouthwash.
step back inside of the Hand and Mouth. You can see that the tavern is bustling with its usual crew. You can see that Suta and Viv are standing behind the countertop of the tavern, so you can see them only from about chest height up. Suta looks as though she's strangely a lot prettier than you guys should have known from your previous characters. Just because of age, Suta has, kind of longer, dark chestnut hair. Viv is in her usual maid outfit, where it looks a little like dirty and tacky, and her apron is, you can only see it outstretched over her chest. But you can see they're handing out glasses to some of these patrons that are sat at the bar stools in front of them. There's about 4 of them. 2 of them are kind of like head down, like one looks as though he's almost asleep on the bar top. The other one looks as though he's kind of really heavily rested on his shoulder and hand. There's a young gentleman at the right end of the bar who you can only see from the back. You can see that he's got short, dusty brown hair. You can see that he's quite tall. He's sat up like a proper gentleman. And then next to him is a shorter, kind of gruffier, little heavy-set man who you can see from the back has kind of unkempt black hair and a messy, kind of greasy wave.
Wilhelmina, I think you should go try and wake up those 2 guys over there.
I'm gonna go look for Viv first before I do that. But I'm gonna cast my first spell ever. I'm gonna use a cantrip. I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation to make my breath smell nice.
There you go. Great. Well done.
Flowers.
Like flowers. That's why you're the best.
That's right.
The Mouth Junior, that floral breath scent.
That's it.
Lures the Okay.
Yep.
So you're approaching the bar.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So yes, Viv sees you as you're approaching over. You've got your kind of. How are you walking over?
Oh, really, really
Jovially, like
very
strutting
happy.
your stuff, satisfied with that 90%.
Yeah, my
Okay.
knees hurt a little bit. But
Oh,
otherwise, I'm good.
very dusty.
Yeah, very dusty knees.
Got some ashy knees.
So Viv sees you as you're walking over, and oh my, you're here. How was he?
Great.
Good. Did you get paid?
I did.
How much did you get paid?
4 gold.
You know what Viv get?
What does Viv get?
2.
Okay.
Viv takes a 50% claim from
All right.
all the times in the tavern.
Write that down. 2 gold. Assuming I have no other money. Super poor.
Super poor. Did you remember to get the man's name?
He left before I had a chance.
Your mouth was full. You could not ask. Okay. Understood. Usually in Hand and Mouth, we go only by first name basis. We do like to try, though, to at least get first name. Try to remember that, Wilhelmina.
I'll try to remember next time. Usually I just get right to it.
You're great. Thank you. The 2 gold will really help the business stay afloat.
Sure it will. I figured.
You brought in young, beautiful Claire with you.
Yes, she said that you were looking for me.
Yes, I was. So, beyond just this man's name, we have a few more kind of sleepy men here. Could you perhaps distract the other 2 on the end while Claire does her handy hand on the sleeping men? See what's in their pockets.
So am I the Hand Junior?
Yes, you are.
Oh, God. All right, I'll go.
I would have preferred the math junior, but I guess.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I'm
Okay,
going
what
to.
you gonna
I'm gonna walk up to the two men.
Okay, so the handsome man and his gruff little friend.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. And I'm gonna just kind of like lean around him, like like drape my hand across his shoulder, like run my
Ooh.
fingers across his shoulder.
Okay.
And just
Flirt with me.
yeah. Hey.
Okay, so the handsome man just kind of turns to his left as he feels the fingers around his shoulders and looks over and hears the very florally, "Hey, oh, well, good day, madam.
Hi, I'm Wilhelmina.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you, Wilhelmina. You are a beautiful young lady.
Thank you. What's your name and your hot friend here?
Oh, they call me Marcus."
Okay, great. And your friend?
Great. My friend's
Yeah,
name.
like pull out a notepad. Great. Filling out some forms.
Oh, my surly young friend here. He goes by Tristan.
Great. So not Grimdar. So that's good. Good.
No, it's not.
Had to be careful.
It's not.
Had to be very careful. So what brings you to Northmoor?
Oh, well, my friend here is a trader on behalf of the dwarves. We're here to sell some of his steel and iron.
I'm taking notes.
Are you like a reporter? So what have you been doing in here?
And what about you? Are you just here with him traveling?
Oh yes, I've met him before. I was a merchant here briefly in Northmoor myself, but I met Tristan several years ago when he was here on his first expedition to sell iron and steel. He sold it to a family I worked for.
Oh, what family?
The family's name is not something that sadly I can give you anymore. Their names are not well spoken of, sadly, in Southmoor. They've since gone out of business.
Oh no, that's horrible.
Notes. Yes. Thank you, though. Could I offer you a drink? Could I buy you a drink?
That'd be lovely. Thank you.
What do they serve here? Tristan has only been ordering some of the house ale.
What do we have, Mr. DM?
Okay, so you have kind of like mead. You have an ale, and there is a house wine as well. It's a deep red wine.
I'll have a wine.
A wine.
We have ale, mead, and wine.
Oh,
Take the wine.
A wine for you, dear. Yes, excuse me, barkeep. Oh, yes, a great sir. How can I help you today? One of the wines for the pretty young lady here. A wine for Wilhelmina, of course. And she just kind of turns to Suta, who conveniently already had a wine prepared, and is just like, yeah, fucking take it.
I take it.
Yes, hands it over to you. Okay, enjoy.
I sip the wine.
Okay, roll for satisfaction.
Okay. 60%.
All right,
It's pretty good.
Above
pretty
average.
good. It's an above average wine.
That's what we serve here.
Is it toilet wine?
No.
Okay, good.
Not yet.
Good.
We still have stores of regular wines.
That's good.
The wine is good then, my lady?
It's delicious. Thank you.
Fantastic. And so we're going to actually jump
Yep.
to you real quick while
Thank
these guys
God.
are satisfyingly distracted.
Oh.
Wilhelmina just...
Just wipes this.
I dust my knees off a little bit.
So,
Okay,
all right. There were the two other men. The one is kind of head down horizontally on the bar. The other one is kind of resting slightly on his hand and shoulder.
Only one of them is actually sleeping.
That you can tell from behind, yes.
I want to go to the one. Are either of their eyes open?
You're behind them, so you can't really tell.
I nonchalantly walk around the table, pretend like I'm doing my Viv sweep,
Okay.
and I go around and see if their eyes are open.
So they're at the bar counter. You would have to go around behind the bar.
I'm gonna go round the bar and sweep behind the bar.
Okay, so yeah, you're just kind of like shuffling in between Viv and Stu. Oh, Claire, what a terrific brooming you're doing. You've learned so much from me already. It's been 8 years and you've got a great sweep.
Great.
Okay, so yes, you can see that both men's eyes are closed now.
Okay, so then I come back around.
Okay.
And I go in between them.
In between them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I use both my hands. And I just try to go in the pockets.
Okay, so since you're attempting to do both at one time, now you have to do sleight of hand at disadvantage.
God damn it.
But they are both asleep, so it's advantage, so it's evened out. So disadvantage and advantage cancel out. So it's a traditional sleight of hand roll.
God fucking damn it!
Did you roll a 1?
It's a 7. Sleight of hand, right?
Yes.
So I got a 7.
What did you roll?
Me a 1.
A 1. Okay.
Oh, God.
Fuck this dice.
Oh, God.
Great. All right, so the two sleeping men at the tavern, you just kind of like swivel in between them and then just like punch them in the hips instead of getting their pockets. And the one man who was like genuinely asleep on his shoulder like slips and you see him hit his head like on the counter. Oh! And he just kind of like guffaws and like opens his eyes and is looking around baffled. The other sleeping man with his head down just kind of like feels the hit in his side and looks over at the other guy next to him and it's like, did you just fucking punch me?
I just back up. I just go.
You just back up?
Just go
You just back up?
No.
You
No.
fucking hit me.
No. I come back and I'm like, sorry guys, I was a little aggressive, and then I like rub their shoulder.
A little aggressive and then just rub their shoulders.
I haven't done this in a while.
Okay, so I have to roll for satisfaction for the man on the left. He's a 90% satisfied.
Yes, bitch.
The other man is 100% satisfied.
Oh my God!
You are not sneaky, but you're very rubby.
They just woke up.
You are
They're
the
just
hand
like-
junior.
Exactly.
I guess it works. All right. So yes, you begin rubbing both men's shoulders, like calming them slightly. Oh, that feels fucking great.
I can't even flirt in real life. How the fuck am I supposed to do it now?
Okay, so you're rubbing the shoulders. Adelaide, you actually have now walked out from behind the small hallway leading back to the private bedroom areas. So you are stepping out and you see Claire just kind of rubbing the shoulders of two middle-aged-ish men at the bar countertop.
Okay.
Hey, Adelaide, would you like to come introduce yourself to these wonderful men?
Darling, what are you doing?
Get your ass over here, Adelaide.
Okay, sweetheart.
Okay, so Adelaide also just kind of struts over willingly to the two men at the bar. Oh, who's this fucking pretty one?
Excuse me.
Your friend.
What about me, sir?
You've got great hands.
Except for my hands.
And lovely hair.
Maybe my face.
Also a very beautiful
On my
face.
assets.
Yes, very beautiful assets as well.
Okay, great.
But your friend over here walking over. She
I
has...
punch them again. Punch them again in the sides and walk away.
So you punch him in the sides, both of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, whichever one said it.
Oh, okay. So it's the one who previously had his head down on the countertop.
Just punch him in the hip and walk away.
Okay, so you just punch him in the same spot?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, so you just... Oh, what the fuck was that for?
Darling,
Sorry,
don't do
sir.
that. It's okay.
The young one seems to be the roughest in here.
Oh, some people like that, though.
I call it. A lot of people like it.
And you're just walking away. So Viv is just kind of staring. Oh, Adelaide! Oh, how was your time in the master's bedroom?
You know how it is.
Oh.
I do the job and I get some money.
Fantastic. Did you by chance get the man's name?
Unfortunately, no. He was a bit silent this time.
Oh, that is not his usual way. It is okay though, Adelaide. You have been doing very well here the last few months, and it has been a joy to have you join the service.
How much did I get paid?
roll a d10 since you were in the master's bedroom.
Whatever, bitch.
I just want it to be a 1.
Yes.
You get that hallway d6.
half a gold.
Also 4.
4.
Yeah.
And what did the master give you for this evening?
How much do you think there, baby?
Oh. Roll for deception, and Viv's got to roll for insight.
It's really bad how good you are at that.
Viv's an 11 for her insight.
Oh wait, I forgot. I don't have charisma. Shit! I would have beaten you.
Really?
Yeah, but now it's not. It's just
9.
a 6.
6?
Yeah.
It seems like he did not pay you as much as he usually does.
No, I got gypped.
Oh, it's okay. Was it a few coins at least?
It was just a 4, and you wanted the 50%, right?
Yes, please.
Okay.
The 2 to me.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is gonna be really hard.
That was what he master said.
If Brick shows up, I'm done.
Wait, is the master's bedroom supposed to just be for the one person, or is it for...
Yes. Yes, the master is only for one person.
Do we know who that person is?
Oh, it's Viv's room. Yes, you know that the master's room is usually where Viv and Suta sleep, so that is where during hours of operation, since they're out here working, they use as the most important person room, so the VIP room essentially. But they call it the master's room, so this way patrons find it the most alluring, and they're willing to pay more. You were lucky to get that D6 for the hallway, or the alleyway suck.
It's true.
The master's room is only getting a D10. Like,
Yeah. I'm worth it. I am the mouth after all.
I think I'm worth
the mouth junior.
I think I'm worth it.
I know I am.
There you go. That's the confidence that Wilhelmina would have. Okay, so yes, you are here just standing behind these 2 middle-aged men. Wilhelmina, you are also still in the area and do see Adelaide doing this.
Okay, I see Adelaide.
Yeah, and you see Claire walking away kind of like, a little more upset than usual.
Okay.
You didn't really hear much of the commotion over there, but you do see that Adelaide is here with these 2 middle-aged men.
Okay. I'm gonna just kind of look over to Adelaide and just like...
Yeah, because you have your wine in your hand still.
Yeah.
Like the handsome man and then the dwarf friend are still there.
Yeah.
You
So
just-
I'm still like giving them attention to keep them distracted. Do I have to keep them distracted at this point? Because
that's your discretion.
because we've clearly failed.
That's the fact.
They've woken up. So,
Welcome back to sleep, Adeline.
Wait, is that like... Are you saying that to me?
No,
can.
I'm far enough away where I can't.
Okay.
let's see here. Okay, so that's not invisible. Mage hand is not invisible, so can't just. Bloop. Yeah, mage steal things out of their pockets. So Marcus, you said that you used to be a merchant. What do you do now?
Oh, now I am an envoy, kind of like liaison between the dwarves and the merchants of Northmoor.
That's a big word.
Thank you. I'm well educated. I did attend the local academy here within Northmoor.
You said a liaison between the dwarves and what?
The merchants of Northmoor.
And what about you, Tristan? I know you're a seller of silvers and irons, but do you mine them as well, or are you just a sales dwarf?
Sales dwarf! Goes house to house.
Hello!
You just kind of see like his dirty hands just reach up onto the counter as he leans over down towards you. Like his chin is barely over the countertop. Of course I mine it. That's what we dwarves do.
Well,
He sells it.
Oh, okay. So you're just the keeper of them when you leave the Dwarven Kingdom, then?
As the keeper of rocks.
That's great.
Big rocks. Hard rocks. Whatever rocks you need.
I like hard rocks.
I was hoping you said that. I was like, come on.
Do you?
I very much do.
Is that wine you're having?
Yes, it is.
Would you like another?
Absolutely, and down the glass and like slam it on the table to kind of like impress him because he's a dwarf.
Ooh, Tristan likes. Wine, please, for the lady. And Suta just kind of like steps over. Oh, Wilhelmina, of course, here.
All right, I
Hands
take
you
it.
another wine.
Yep.
Okay. I want to see her drink.
Okay. Got another one.
Okay, roll for percentage of intoxication.
Okay. 40%.
40%.
Yeah.
All right, so 40%.
Okay.
All right. Another.
I'll take it a little slower, but I will have another.
Wine for the girl.
Oh God!
To just kind of like walk
Trying
over
to
to like,
fucking kill me. All right, I'll take that. I'll sip it this time.
Okay.
Yeah. Back to our conversation.
good. Great.
It's
Much wine.
It's real scary. That's real scary.
Someone's gonna get fucking raped.
You need rock?
I do like rocks.
Pretty rocks?
Oh yes.
Good. And he just kind of reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a small, like kind of silver-laden ring, but inside is a gemstone of obsidian.
Oh, that's beautiful.
For you?
Oh, thank you.
Later.
Okay.
And he places it back in his pocket.
Okay.
Drink. Thank you.
I take another sip.
Marcus just kind of like pats Tristan on the head and just kind of ruffles his hair. Tristan, she does need to slow down. It's still early in the evening. Rocks!
Oh God, he's a madman. I'm gonna bang a madman.
He might pay him more though.
That's true. He might. He might.
Yeah, he might be a wealthy miner.
That's fine.
Okay, so Adelaide, you are still here with the two middle-aged men between you.
All right, so. Boy, how am I going to do this? All right, so I'm going to put my shoulders on both of them,
Okay.
and I look to the left and to the right, and I look at them like, yeah, you guys look like adventurers.
Well, in my former years, I did do a bit of adventuring, but
Which one
I've
is that talking to?
the one on your left, the one
Okay.
who was head down and asleep.
Okay.
I did adventure for a bit before, but I've since had to settle down and retire.
Really, you look so young, though.
Oh, my, thank you. Your voice is so alluring. Where are you from?
Germany.
You've not heard of it yet. Give it a few hundred years. We will emerge.
You're crying.
All right. This is tough.
Around. Oh, yes, you have been around then. Okay. What did
I hear that and I'm like, yeah, she has.
Your friend is also quite beautiful over there.
Which one?
Oh, yes, and he points at Wilhelmina.
The fuck?
Oh, yes. All of my
I
sisters.
don't care. I look older.
All of my sisters are beautiful.
Oh, yes, they're your sisters.
We are sisters here.
Oh, yes, the sisterhood of this tavern. Ah, yes.
I haven't actually gotten your name, though.
Oh,
What is your name?
roll for persuasion.
Oh, boy! Four.
4. Well, I'm sorry, but the times that I've been in here, I've been away with not giving out my name successfully, so I'd rather keep it that way.
So then I'm gonna nudge him a little bit and like, I bet I can persuade you in other ways to get your name.
Oh, well, are there any more rooms available in the back hall this evening?
Where is Vift according to this?
Viv is literally like,
Okay.
She's like, yes.
Guilty Adelaide! Make mother proud!
I look up over at Viv.
Oh, there. Of course, there are so many rooms! We've got at least 8 back there.
And I look
Could
over
you
to him.
maybe see if he would like the master's room, Adelaide?
And I look to him. I'm like, I just cleaned it, by the way.
Ooh.
I'm a maid. I just dusted the bed sheets.
It is fresh.
Oh,
if you like.
fresh sheets? That does sound quite luxurious.
And I look over to the guy to the right. And I'm like, are you with him as well?
Oh, double dipping.
We have spent a few nights here in the tavern together.
And I look back at him. Are you friends?
I would say we are friends now, yes.
And I look over at him, back at him. I said, "Are you willing to share?"
I mean, if it splits my price.
I look at Viv.
Usually when two go into the master's room together, they usually pay double.
And I look back at him.
Alright, I have to roll persuasion for Viv against them. It's a bitch! And he just kind of looks at Viv and he's like, yes, double, of course. It is the master's room. You are right, I'm so sorry.
so much money.
Please, could you take us to the master's room then?
Absolutely.
Okay, so Adelaide leads these two middle-aged-ish men.
Oh, one
Yes.
more thing, actually. I said, I'm going to tell to the men, I'll say, if you'd like an additional price, I can bring a bottle of wine with us.
Oh, please, yes. Be a wonderful evening for us. If we
And I
had-
look over to Viv and I said, how much is the bottles?
Oh, for you, do not worry. It is worth every penny in your pocket.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just going back.
So I'm talking to these two people like, hi, what are your names? Let's fuck. Like, just immediately. Come on. Come on.
Adelaide knows how to work. Okay, so Claire, you are up towards the front, and you're just kind of sweeping the tables, and you can see that there's a table of three handsome young men. They look pretty young, but they're pretty intoxicated. They're all kind of like sloshing tankards and, talking loudly and inappropriately.
Gonna get one up on you, Adelaide.
Oh, God.
What does this turn into?
I'm going to get...
It's a rivalry.
Do I see what they're drinking? Like, do I know what they're drinking?
Yeah, you can see that they're sloshing around like large tankards of ale, and they're like singing songs together.
Okay, I go up to the bar
Okay.
and get 3 more, like, glasses of ale,
Okay.
and I go back.
Okay, so are you holding them like this, or do you want like a little tray, like a service tray?
Little service tray.
Little service tray.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
you're
I
gonna primp your hair a little.
gotta make sure my curls are all fluffy.
Okay.
And I take it over and I like. Oh, I fucking hate doing this.
Beer! Beer here!
Hey, gentlemen.
Oh! Hello!
Okay, would you guys like some more ale?
Ale's great!
Okay, and I like try to seductively
Uh-huh.
put it down on the table like one at a time and like boot my butt out.
There you
and,
go.
like,
Ye old butt boop.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you're placing them down. They're drunk, so we'll see if they notice a
You better
disadvantage.
fucking notice.
That one would. That one would also. Despite being very drunk, they rolled
Yep,
very
yep.
well. So, oh my. See, there's more than just ales in this tavern.
Are you looking for a good time?
I mean, that's why we're all here today. We all know the hand
I'm
and
more
mouth's
blunt than
reputation.
you guys, okay?
Olive was pretty blunt. What's your name? You can't tell me? All right. Let's go.
Tell me in the back then, huh?
Yo, you got a friend? Yeah, bring him too.
He's got a name.
I bet he has a name too. Everyone has one.
That's how I get my names.
There you go.
Would you guys like a room in the back with me?
Oh my God.
Oh my. But what is the price of one of these rooms?
Viv?
More than 6 and less than 10.
Viv? Help.
Claire, what do you need?
Help.
How much is one of those rooms for one of those back rooms for 3?
Oh, for 3? 3?
I got you, Viv.
Claire, it will be your first time. Are you sure? 3?
Yeah, I can handle it.
For your first night?
I can handle it, Viv. How much is 3?
We'll say 20 gold pieces
It's your
total.
first time. I
It
mean,
is, the first time special, I guess we could say.
I'll go up and be
Jesus.
like,
First time special is 20, guys.
And they kind of just look at each other, and they're all just like sloshing ales and whispering to each other.
I mean, they're drunk. They better fucking take it.
20's a lot, but okay. And they just kind of like work out like pieces of gold between them. Do we pay now?
Sure.
They just kind of like push like 20 gold pieces towards the end of the small circular table.
I take it and like shove some in my bra and like some in my like little apron thing
Okay,
that I'm
your little,
wearing.
like pouch. Okay.
Yeah, and then I like grab one of their hands and like take them back to the back room.
Okay. All right. So
And
Wilhelmina,
we play some card games.
Oh my god.
my first time.
I lock them in the room and walk away.
All right,
Burn it.
We did that in the. We've already done that.
All right, Wilhelmina. You're the only one out here. It's just you, Tristan, and Marcus having your wonderful conversation. There are still other patrons around,
Okay.
around,
All
but you know you are still here with Tristan and Marcus.
So, are you two interested in a little something extra this evening? I'll drink the rest of the wine.
All right,
Slam it down.
you have to roll, and you're adding whatever plus the 40.
100, so I'm fucking trashed.
All right.
I'm tanked.
So Wilhelmina is just tanked, and
You
Tristan
guys
just kind of
ready for a good time?
rocks. Oh yes, rocks.
Rocks are good.
Rocks are big and great and hard.
Where's Pepe?
Yeah, I know, right? Pepe, please.
So Marcus just kind of leans down and whispers something in Tristan's ear, and Tristan just kind of, damn it, Marcus.
What's the problem?
Well, I'm sorry, but we can't stay for the evening. We do have to get to our business.
Oh, it'll be quick.
Quick rocks! quick rocks!
It'll be worth your while.
Oh my goodness.
All right, roll for persuasion. You have advantage because you're drunk as shit.
Okay.
And Tristan really
That's
likes.
the net 20, baby!
All right.
Grimdar
Really
lives.
quick.
All right, so Tristan
Get
is,
that goddamn
is just
win.
like immediately sees like you lean in and is like, it'll be quick, and he's like, quick rocks, and just grabs you, and he just like throws down a small bag of coins on the bar countertop, looks at Viv and is like, don't care, no change, and just pulls you back towards.
I just give a thumbs up to Viv.
Oh, that'll be great. Okay, so a short amount of time is passing. Viv and Suta are still out here at the bar working together. Suta and Viv are having a little bit of a conversation in terms of how well this evening has been going so far and how proud of all their young working girls they've been this evening. Okay, so Adelaide, you are the first to come back out.
You better fucking pay.
Oh, we're done? That was fast.
I mean, about half an hour went by.
Damn, I was really hoping to get some information out of him before.
So that's what we'll be doing now.
Okay.
So
That's why I brought the bottle of wine to get a
Yes.
little drunk.
So, for history,
Okay.
make a roll, please. We will see in terms of what you've.
Well, 2, but a -1, so I got a 1.
All right. So in terms of what you knew beforehand going in, very little. Now roll for investigation because that would be. Or no, sorry, we'll do it as persuasion.
I not fail.
You can't use those dice. You gotta get rid of them.
I'm changing them
Those aren't
up.
good.
I'm not good at my
Those are
job.
not good.
I'm good at getting money, not
Those
information,
ones are
guys.
not
Okay,
good.
so yes, you got paid very handsomely.
Fucking A. I wanted to get
You probably
information.
broke the bottle of wine. You got names now?
Can I do it?
Okay.
My God.
All right. So yes, you step out, and you got paid. Roll 2d10,
Okay.
Fucking A.
and then I'll roll for what they tipped you.
Oh, just the tip?
Oh, there it is, my tip. 4,
8 and 3, 12, 11.
11,
Yeah.
and then did I roll a 4?
Yeah.
Okay, so 15.
Okay.
Thank you.
She does suck.
Right?
I mean,
Okay. So yes, you kind of like strut back out successfully. The two middle-aged men just kind of are like slightly weary looking, and
I
they
turn
just.
behind him and I give him a wink.
But we've never had anything like that before.
And you never will again, baby.
Oh,
My God.
See you soon.
we must come back. And they just kind of put their arms
I
around
know
each
how to make
other
regulars.
and just like stumble out
They
the
like
door.
can't walk.
Yep.
Their legs are not working.
Yep.
Clearly. I don't know what you did, what weird shit you did in that room, but they cannot walk.
I mean, oh wow.
Yeah, you
God.
are a monk. You've got the hands.
I love you
My
as
dexterity.
this character.
Jesus.
So Viv and Suta just kind of like lean over to you. Did you get their names, the two men?
I got a little too excited. I kind of got into the moment. I'm sorry.
Oh, it is okay. Did you at least get coin?
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, and I give her 7.
It is okay. You can keep the extra piece.
Thank you. How
You
did
did
you know?
very good work. Viv always knows what they get paid.
There's some fucking camera spells in there. Something.
The ravens everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so yes, you just kind of have a seat here at the bar countertop and are just sipping a little glass of wine, and then Wilhelmina, you kind of stumble out drunkenly, your clothes disheveled.
Yeah, my dress is on backwards.
Oh,
I'm gonna sit at the bar and I'm just gonna be like fixing my hair.
sure.
Ready
So
for
you
the next.
see Adelaide fixing her hair, and Tristan just kind of like stumbles out, and he's like, "Those were the best rocks I've ever found, and I've dug before."
I'll see you next time,
Oh,
Rockman.
that is what they call me.
Mega Man?
All right, so you have to roll for just investigation for you.
Okay. 16.
Oh,
Plus 1, 17.
17, there we go. Okay, so Tristan kind of stumbles back over to Marcus, and Marcus and Tristan kind of walk out of the front door of the bar with Tristan whispering down, or Marcus whispering down into Tristan's ear, and Tristan just kind of like lovingly, weirdly smacks Marcus on the ass, and Marcus is like, "We have business," and they just step outside. Big rocks! That's
I
all you
hear
hear,
them?
and the door shuts, yes.
I heard like okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna tail them, but keep a distance.
Okay.
So I want to wait for them to leave, and then I'm gonna get off my chair and
Okay.
just take a walk.
Okay. So, Wilhelmina, you are approached by Viv and Suta at the kind of like end of the bar, that little corner here where you would be able to walk around back.
Okay.
Oh, yes. So, what did the man tell you?
What did he tell me?
Okay.
No,
I know.
I
So,
don't know.
because of your investigation,
Okay.
you were told that Tristan and Marcus were here because there was a large purchase order by the family Wyatt of steel. And that was what their caravan was here this evening. And that was why the trade needed to be made at night, because that is when the Wyatt family does their business.
Okay, Wide family ordered steel. That.
Okay, so yes, you tell Viv that. Oh,
But the words are all slow.
family, steel.
Those Wyatts.
Yes.
They ordered some steel from the Rockman.
The Rockman steel?
Yes.
Oh no. Well, Declan has been making many big purchases for a few years now, but we'll have to see what we can get from men on the docks to see how much of this steel that he has purchased goes to Southmore. Please keep your eye out for sailors.
I just point to my.
No, not me. Sailors.
I got them.
Great.
I'll keep them open.
The boats?
My eyes.
The boats.
Oh.
Keep the boats open.
Okay.
This way they don't leave.
Okay. I run out the door.
No, don't leave. The sailors usually come in here when the moon.
Oh, I'll keep him distracted.
There you go. Now you're getting it.
Okay.
Thank you, Wilhelmina.
I'm gonna go take a seat, so that way I can de-intoxicate.
There you go.
Cause I'm fucking trash.
All right. So, Claire, the three men kind of just like step out very jovially and are kind of like snickering and giggling and just like happy, joyful sounds. Yes. And they kind of like hurry out and are looking, and they just kind of rush out the front door, and then you come walking out. So roll for investigation and persuasion. Since you are
I'm
not.
done with this dice. I'm fucking done with it.
What was your investigation?
4.
Okay, and then
And what's the other one?
persuasion.
16.
16. Okay. So your investigation in terms of what you could find on them was very little, but in terms of persuasion, you were able to find out all 3 of these young men's names.
Yes, what were they?
So this was Cain,
Enable.
Milo, and Rufus.
Fuck did I have sex with a Rufus?
You played cards.
Why did I play cards with a Rufus?
I can't tell you. And
I
you
dump 10 gold on the bar in front of Viv, and I'm like, yeah, there's your first time, Viv.
My first time was ages ago.
You know what I meant.
Did you learn much from the young handsome men, though?
I figured out their names.
Oh, did you learn anything else?
I figured out their names.
Okay. You also learned that these 3 young men were sailors.
They were sailors.
Okay. Oh, did they say what boat they worked for?
The sailing boat.
Do I know the name of
Roll for history. I'll see if you remember the name of the boat that you were told.
10.
10? Okay. You heard that the name of the boat was the Sea Beach.
The Sea Beach! The Sea Beach, bitch!
Is it sea beach or sea bitch?
You don't know
To
it's
be
Sea
fair,
Beach?
every time we've said beach up to this point, it's been something else.
It's the Sea Bitch.
Okay,
Is it?
okay.
The Sea Beach.
Beach.
The sea bitch boat.
Bitch boat.
You're welcome, Viv.
Of course, Claire. Thank you so much. This is a very important piece of information.
Next time, don't doubt me.
I mean, I did not doubt you. I just was, wanted you to be careful, Claire. I care so much.
I stumble up and interrupt. Viv, I need my gold from the rock man.
Did he not pay you?
He put it on the counter.
Oh, you're right. Excuse me. Let me count the coins. Okay. Oh, baby. She got paid 18.
Woo!
So
Fuck
you
you,
get your
dude.
9.
Hell yeah.
How did you make 2 less than me? I had 3 guys playing cards. You only had 1.
I had a good hand.
Oh.
Like a hand of
No,
cards.
no. I have the good hand. You have the good mouth.
I mean, but a good mouth of cards doesn't mean anything.
All right. So
You just had a full house.
Hey!
Oh. So, Adelaide, as you step out, you can see that Tristan and Marcus are actually heading down to the southeast of you, out from the tavern southeast.
Okay.
So they come out and make a left,
Okay.
and they are heading towards a small little warehouse-looking thing at the edge of the docks.
I'll tell him.
You'll tell them? Okay. All right.
Oh, before I do though, I turn back to Viv and I'm like, I'll be back.
Okay, great luck! Okay, so you're tailing the 2 men over. Alright, so as you're following along the pathway here, so the city of Northmoor is massive in scale. Significantly larger than any of the other cities that we've encountered. So when you're walking through, it's still very busy. Like, there are still about 40 to 50 people bustling on the roads here, the small, like, dirt-laid streets. So as you're kind of, like, weaving your way through the small crowd of people, you can see that they approach this small, closed-off warehouse. There's no real lights or windows on the perimeter of the warehouse. You can just see that it's a moderately sized wooden framed building, but they approach the door and you see them just kind of like look at each other, and then you see one of them knocking, pausing, knocking, and then you see that the door opens and the two of them step inside.
Okay.
And then the door is shut behind them. So you're about 20 to 30 feet away.
Are there any like areas around the building like I can walk around?
Yes, yeah. There's a perimeter of the building. You would be able to just do kind of like a quick circling of it.
Are there any windows at all?
Not on the perimeter, not on the outside. You can see that up on the roof there's one kind of like, you know,
Like a little okay.
Yeah, like a little like broken skylight kind of thing.
All right, I'm gonna go to the just sit on the if this is the door, I'm gonna go on the side of it and just kind of like lean there, but try to also listen in and just hear if I see like hear anything.
Okay, all right, yeah. Roll for perception.
18.
18. Okay, so yeah, you can actually hear a little bit of kind of like a conversation going on inside. So you hear a voice that sounds like a little bit more of a muffled version of Tristan's voice.
Okay.
It's got that kind of grittier, fuller, dwarven voice to it. You said you'd pay in full tonight. And then you hear the voice of a younger man that is not Tristan, or that is not Marcus, sorry. Oh, well, we pay upon receipt of a shipment, not on promise of receipt of a shipment. But I can't bring it down here if I don't have the money to bring it down. Well, that was not my mistake to have made. And then you hear kind of like a very quick, like, ruffling, like as though a few people are moving. Get your hands off me! And then you just hear kind of like a loud banging sound. And then it gets pretty quiet inside the warehouse.
Okay, I'm gonna step away from the building and just what else is around me?
So, along the perimeter of this wall, okay, there are like barrels, because this is adjacent to the dock, so there are barrels that are filled with rope, some are filled with like dried out fish.
Okay.
There's a barrel filled with like grease, kind of like oil.
Okay. I'm going. Is this just right before the docks?
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna It's night. Like, is it late night?
Yeah, it's about 8 to 9 p.m. now, because we spent about an hour in the tavern.
I'm gonna go walk over to the docks.
Okay.
And I'm gonna come back later.
Okay.
So
right.
that's what I do.
So you're walking over towards the docks. All right. So Claire and Wilhelmina, we are back inside of the tavern with you, with Viv, having discussed the knowledge gained about the 3 young sailor boys who just left the Hand and Mouth and the Rock Man and his caravan of steel that was to be brought down.
Have I, am I not, like,
Yeah,
completely trashed?
Yeah, you're not trashed any
Okay,
longer.
great. Good.
You're about 40% drunk,
That's
50%
fine.
drunk. So, like, you know, moderately still there, but
Yeah.
nothing, you know,
Sure.
overwhelming.
Great.
Are there any other guys, like people in the tavern?
I mean, there are a few patrons who are still here. There's one who you can see is sitting at one of the small circular tables, but there is another girl who works here at the Hand and Mouth who she's kind of sat in his lap. You recognize this girl's name is Rose.
Is it where if I was to go at some angle around that table, she saw me but he didn't see me?
Yes, you could walk around, because if she sat in his lap like this, you could attempt to go around the same pathway that she is occupying and blinding his sight from that side.
I do that.
Okay.
And I gesture to her and kind of like mouth like distract him while I or pocket whatever. Okay.
All right. So she just kind of like leans very heavily, like pressing her chest like into his face, because this is like an old man with like, you know, kind of like short white beard, and she just kind of like leans into his head and just kind of like rests on him, and he's like right here, and he's like, "Oh, this is glorious."
Okay.
So
go
sleight of
up.
hand with advantage because he does not know you are here.
14.
14. Okay, so yeah, you reach into his pocket successfully on the side that her ass is on, so that like thigh, because that pocket is kind of like pressed out and downwards, so the belongings are already slightly pushed up towards the edge. So you just kind of like pinch your fingers, and there's a small pouch of coins in there, and you can see that around it, like there's a little also scrap of like parchment paper.
Okay, I take it and go behind the bar.
Okay, so you take
And
both things.
Give her a thumbs up.
Okay, so you give Rose the thumbs up, and
Yeah.
she just kind of leans back and is like, "Oh, well, I mean, it is getting rather late. Oh, please, if you could spare me just a few more moments." And you head back around the back of the bar with Viv and Suta.
Okay, I look at the little parchment paper first.
Okay, so on this little scrap of parchment paper, you can see that it's a time and a location. So it says 10 p.m. and it says warehouse.
And then I look inside the pouch.
Okay, and inside the pouch, roll 1d6. One. There's one remaining gold piece. He'd already paid Rose in advance.
That's not fair. Can I have the blue see-through dice?
Which ones?
The see-through blue one.
I think Carl has them.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it, Carl. Can I have the yeah.
Keep trying. Okay, so you find one gold piece within the small pouch and a small piece of parchment that says warehouse 10 p.m.
I'm keeping the one piece.
Okay.
Okay. Then I give Viv the piece of paper and ask her what to do with it.
Oh, well, I mean, Claire, if he's going to be at the warehouse at 10 p.m., that warehouse is something that the Wyatt family uses. That is their warehouse by the docks.
Do you want me to go follow him?
I mean, he should be meeting them in an hour. We could, if anything, have Rose distract him further and attempt to set up a trap at this warehouse to see what is going on.
Okay, let's do that.
Good, great.
I could help with the trap if you need.
How'd you drink more wine?
Wilhelmina, how are you feeling now, though?
I feel great. I've been drinking water.
Oh, good. Your health is most important to me, Wilhelmina.
Thank you.
Good. Okay. So like I said, this was about, like between 8 and 9 p.m. So you guys still have a small amount of time, but you can, if you would like, head over to the warehouse to begin preparing whatever trap it is you would like to set.
Sure, let's do that.
Do we want to wait for Adelaide to get back?
I mean, it's up to you, Wilhelmina.
Do we know where Adelaide went?
Viv does.
That's what I'm asking Viv.
Oh, you okay?
That's why I said it in the higher pitch voice, not,
Okay.
"Hey, bitch."
Oh, she was following the rock man, as you called him.
Oh, we don't know a location.
No, she went outside and it looked like she went, I think, to the left. I'm not sure.
And which way is the warehouse?
It's by the dock, so to the left.
Okay, well, we'll go that way, and hopefully we'll meet up with her on the way.
Great, good idea.
What she said.
Yes, thank you. Find Adelaide for me.
Okay.
All right. So
you
the
go
two
out.
of you begin, leaving, and you gather your small belongings and you head out into the streets of Northmoor. You can see that there's still many drunk people kind of bumbling and meandering through the streets, loud conversations, laughter and such. But you can see that, the warehouse is only about like 150, 200 feet down to the southeast.
Okay, as we're walking, I'm just snapping my fingers and casting, like, fire in one hand, and then, like, putting my hand together and making it disappear.
Okay.
And then casting it in the other one and, like, doing the same thing. I'm just practicing little visual tricks and
Great.
entertainment things. That
Sure, you need that as a whore.
I mean,
She becomes a magician.
Yes. Makes things disappear.
Oh.
I do.
Oh my
Into my
goodness.
mouth.
Okay, so yes, you're heading down towards the warehouse.
Okay.
And I mean,
Do we see anything around us?
As you're walking?
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, you see that the city streets are still filled with kind of like a bumbling drunk mess. This is the equivalent to a Friday night. So this is, kind of like the conclusion of the most of the business week.
Okay. Is there anybody that's like reasonably well dressed, but like kind of stumbling a little bit? Like not a bum.
We'll see. Yes.
Okay.
There
Trying to get some
absolutely
extra
is.
cash.
Yeah. I'm gonna go over and like kind of like help the person up because like they're stumbling around.
Yeah, alright, so he's got like a wooden cane, but he's got like very nice,
Okay.
like white, pristine white clothes, so that would not be a commonplace thing if he was not
Okay.
a manual
Sure.
labor worker.
Is he with anyone?
No, he's alone.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk up to the guy. Oh, do you need some help?
So
sir?
yes, you see that he's got kind of like a brown, like gnarly cane. You can see that he's got kind of like a small white beard, like a goatee that kind of
Okay.
extends out. You can see that he's one of the only people in this world you've ever met with actual small framed glasses. He's got like a small kind of little, not like a full top
Sure.
hat, but like a half hat. And he's got kind of like the clean white shirt and long, sleek, black-looking pants.
He looks like he's got money.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is, as I walk up to him with my right hand, because he'll be like on my left,
Yes.
assuming, I'm going to cast Mage Hand and trip him, like so I can catch him right,
Sure.
like when I'm right next to him,
my
but I'm
God.
doing it subtly.
Okay.
Because otherwise I have no reason to help him.
Help
It doesn't
him.
make sense.
Sure.
So I'm gonna trip him.
Okay.
Do I have to roll for that? I guess.
No, he has to make a dexterity saving
Okay.
throw, though, to see if he stumbles. He does indeed.
Okay.
So he's just kind of like walking through the muck, and he feels like he just kind of hits something. Oh, dear!
I catch him.
Okay, so yes, you just
Yep.
satisfyingly
Oh my God,
catch-
sir, are you okay?
Oh, yes! What is... I don't know what I've stepped on.
It's a bumpy road.
Oh,
It's very dark. It
Oh.
could have tripped on anything. Your cane might have hit something.
well, thank you so much for your
And
help.
As I'm helping him up, I'm gonna reach into his pockets.
Sleight of hand.
That's a 20 with bonus.
20 with bonus?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yes. You reach into his pocket, and as you do, your hand just kind of hits this, like, weird feeling like...
It's his penis.
Oh my God.
No, it's like a hard exterior,
his penis.
kind of like crusty, dry, like shell-like feeling thing. Like you don't know
Okay.
what it is.
Sure. Okay.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it.
Oh, so you pull out?
Yeah.
Okay, so you pull him out. Okay,
is
and they're
boss.
behind you because it's like, you
Yeah, I'm just
took
gonna.
him
I'm
from
just
the
gonna put it
opposite
in my.
side.
Yeah, I'm just gonna slip it into my pocket. I'm
So
not
you
gonna,
slip him into your
I'm
own
not
pocket.
gonna look at it.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, though, for catching me.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's my first time in this city.
Well, if you ever need a place to stay and a good time, stop at the Hand and Mouth.
Oh, thank you. I'm always looking for taverns to visit and frequent.
Ask for Wilhelmina.
Philomena, that is your name?
That is, yes.
Oh, thank you so much, Philomena.
Oh, you're welcome. I'll be there later this evening.
Oh, good. I shall do my best to stop in later tonight. Have a wonderful night.
Well, thank you. You too.
Okay, and you just see him kind of like take a step, and he just kind of starts walking down an alleyway, heading towards the center portion of the city.
Okay.
I
All
walk over to Wilhelmina. I'm like, so it just or
right, I'm gonna pull it out and look at it.
Okay, you pull out a handful
Crusty
of peanuts.
He's the peanut man.
Damn it! Well, fuck.
So there are 6 peanuts in your hand.
All right. Handful.
A handful of peanuts, indeed.
All right, 6 peanuts. I'm adding that.
That
to
I
guy's
told you
loaded.
we were building the backstory.
the peanut man.
That's all this episode is.
This is what happened. Somebody stole his peanuts and he got really mad. So he's like, "I'll give everyone peanuts, and then nobody will take mine."
Yep.
I actually just made the peanut man.
Mhm.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Chat.
That's how time paradoxes are avoided.
can we see if there's anyone else that looks like fairly wealthy?
we're gonna go do something for him and rob everyone on the way.
I mean,
All I got was peanuts. I can't imagine it'll go well for you either.
let's
It's the
see.
same guy. He just feels us up as we help him up.
Oh, yes, take as many peanuts as you need. Yeah, I'll roll for you. See if there's another wealthy-ish looking man. He's not wealthy looking, but
As long as he's not like
he doesn't
poor
look
looking.
poor.
Do you
Judgmental
wanna help
fucks.
me?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so I motion to Claire that I'm gonna trip him.
Okay.
And then you catch him. And
I'll rub him.
No, you trip him, I'll
Yeah.
catch him. Okay,
So
go ahead.
I'm just gonna like lean against. Are there like poles that have torches on them or something like street lights, but not,
Sure,
not
there-
obviously like
there are
electric-
street
Sure,
poles.
sure.
Sure.
So I'm just gonna like, duck into the darkness a little bit and just like lean against
Okay.
one of the posts.
Okay.
So I'm in like the shadow of
Sure,
of
behind it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And as she gets up close to it, I'm just gonna snap and cast Mage Hand and trip him. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I have to do a dexterity saving throw for this stranger. A 4. So he's like, oh, fuck!
I catch him. I'm like, oh my goodness, are you okay, sir?
Oh, jeez! Why? Why? It felt like someone grabbed me.
I'm sorry.
Did you grab me?
No, I came to help you. It looked like you were about to trip.
That's a weird. That's a really
It
weird
looked like
thing
I was
to
gonna
say.
trip.
That's a really fucking
What do
weird
you
thing to say
What
to
do
someone.
you mean I was
Oh,
about
Jesus.
to trip?
I
What
just
was
like
the-
let him fall on the floor and just walk the fuck away. Like I don't even give a shit right
And
now.
you just motion me. We'll do it again.
Okay, so he just like slips and slides. Fuck!
I run over to help him up.
Peace
Okay.
beach.
So yeah, he's like now covered in dirt.
Oh my
and, like,
goodness, sir, are you okay?
No, who the fuck was that rude girl?
I don't know. And I help him up, and I reach in his pockets.
Sleight of hand.
9.
9.
Yep.
Okay, so you get like kind of into his pockets, but he's
Okay.
like dusting himself off, so he
Okay.
like accidentally smacks your hand. He doesn't realize what you're doing. He thinks you're just steadying him by the
Okay,
hips.
sure.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's very kind of you after that rude girl.
I walk by again and just like shove him
Jesus.
and then disappear.
Damn.
Like push?
No, like shoulder
No,
check
push him.
him.
Oh, you like shoulder check him or
no,
push him?
Yeah, I'll fucking push him.
Okay, you have to
Fuck
make
that
a
motherfucker.
strength check.
Your strength is not good. It's not,
Where is strength?
it's
Oh,
not good.
what the fuck?
You're a scrawny 16-year-old girl.
8.
8. All right, so he'll make a strength check against you. Yeah, he.
Can I give her advantage? Because I can like pull him into the
Yes.
push,
Push.
like make it seem like
Sure.
he's being pushed more.
Sure. So
Roll
yes,
again.
he has a 16, so you have to beat his 16.
So you gotta roll an 18 or higher. Shit.
Or no. It's you
Oh,
pulling.
oh, okay.
You're making a
Okay,
strength
sure,
check
sure,
as
sure.
well.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it.
Okay, so you like, and she just like motherfucker, and he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with both of you? Get your hands off
I
me!"
just kick his knees.
Oh my god! What? You're just beating up a rich person. Jesus.
He's a piece of shit, and I don't like him.
You tripped him and tried to rob him.
Northmore's just as bad as Southmore.
He's a piece of shit because you said you looked like you were going to trip. That's such a. Who says that to anyone?
I do. I'm 16.
Rugby player confirmed.
Right?
Oh Jesus!
So you kick him in the knees. You said right?
No, I just walk away.
Okay, so you walk away, and you're now here
And
holding
I
this
shoot him
man.
with my
and
short
he's
bow
like,
from the
The
distance.
fuck,
I'm kidding.
God!
just murder in the streets. Okay, so you're here, and he's like, "Get your hands off me!"
All right, I shove him and walk away.
Jesus, all right.
Don't
yes.
touch me!
Okay, so the two of you walk away from this middle-class man that you unsuccessfully tried to rob.
Spit on his shoes.
Damn.
Wow. All right. So yeah, you spit on the man's shoes as he's walking away. You catch like the back of his heel,
Yep.
and he's unaware.
Good.
Walk
taking
around
that with
with spit
him.
on his shoes.
Old spitty shoes, McGee.
I'm gonna light his shoes on fire.
What the?
Like not a lot. I just want to like burn his feet a little bit. Prestidigitation. I'm not casting like it. I just want to, singe his heels a little bit. Make him think twice about.
Okay, so
falling.
he feels like a little like heat at his heel. And you just see him kind of like skip up real quick. Oh,
And I just laugh and I run.
Yeah.
that's your dicks. It made you whores, not dicks. All right, so yes, you guys walk towards the warehouse.
Fucking
we're
A.
there.
Okay, so yeah, you see them approaching as you said you were sat here.
Oh,
to
I
the
was
side.
already walking towards the docks.
Oh, you were towards the docks.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you walk towards the warehouse. You see the door is closed. There, the perimeter is just kind of windowless. You see there's like footprints around the side of the house. That's about it. Or the
Okay.
warehouse.
Well, do you want to check the docks then? Because that's where we were supposed to go, right? Said
Well,
it
you
was
knew
near
that they
the-
were sailors, but you knew
Okay.
that they were supposed to be going to the warehouse at 10 p.m.
Okay. Do I see anything else around on the docks? Like, do I see Adelaide or anything?
I mean, you see that there's a crowd on the dock still because there are still people working to like keep the ships like tied down and straight for the evening. There's about 8 large ships in here tied at port.
Okay. I'm gonna try to like stand on something to get a better vantage point so I can see like further along the dock
Okay.
to see if I can spot.
Okay, so
Adelaide.
yeah, there's like a small wooden crate that is sealed that you step up onto, and as you're peering out, you see that Adelaide is kind of like stepped up onto the docks and is just kind of standing there looking around.
I'm gonna press the digitation and cast like a blinking light that she has, I'm assuming, seen me do before. Some type of signal.
So like a dick light. In
Yeah, just a flashing.
It's a big
dick.
mouth.
Yes.
Yeah, it's flashing mouth. Yeah.
And you do see this.
Okay, well, as I'm looking at that, I'm also trying to hear if I hear the name of the ship that I'm looking for.
The name of the ship. Okay, so we'll see. You do not hear the name of the ship. However, towards the edge of the docks, towards the northeastern side, so up to your left, you hear that there's just kind of like a faint little bit of music in the distance.
All right, and I turn over. I look over to Wilhelmina. Wilhelmina? What is it? Wilhelmina?
Wilhelmina.
Wilhelmina. And I just like, I look over and I just nod up, and then I nod to like the direction I'm walking to.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna walk over to the music.
Okay, so the two of you do see this, and you can see that Adelaide begins walking up the north side of the dock.
Okay, I'm assuming she like beckoned to
Yes,
us.
yeah,
Okay.
sure, like that.
All
Okay.
right, I'll hop off the crate and
Okay.
start.
So the two of you kind of like dash towards her to catch up to her.
Yeah.
Okay. So the two of you are working your way up to Adelaide, and you can see that towards the edge of the docks, where the edge, in terms of when it sets stairs to go downwards onto the beach, you can see right at that edge, you can see that there's a small group of men here, and you can just hear them playing musical instruments.
Okay, I go up to them. Oh, I strut my way.
You strut
through-
up to this
Yeah.
musical group.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Am I up to them?
I mean, yeah, you're like there's a crowd here, so you're
Oh,
kind of
okay, so
like
I'm just kinda
working your way through the crowd. You can just hear them, singing jovially, very nice dulcet tunes.
I'm just gonna go and
You can
see if
hear,
there's
like-
any like in the middle. Can I see the middle yet? Like, are they surrounded or are they just like scattered?
No. They're, since they're at the edge of the dock, it's that width of the dock is kind of occupied by about 2 to 3 rows of people who are all like cheering and like, waving little torches, and they've got like flagons of ale that they're shaking and singing along with.
Okay, I'm just gonna chill in, try to like blend in, just try to pretend I'm having a good time too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the two of you catch up.
I pull out my
Penis.
yes. What musical instrument do I
Well,
have?
I hear one.
Bagpipes. Okay, I pull out my bagpipes. Apparently, I just looked. All right, I pull out my fucking bagpipes.
Because you're a bard.
Yeah,
I picked that for
sure you did. All right, I pull out my bagpipes and I fill up the bag and I run over just. I start playing along with them as I run up.
Okay, so
That's how bagpipe sounds.
so
That's
yes,
accurate.
you begin blowing your bagpipes, and you hear the band just kind of like, "Yeah, bring her up here," and the crowd just kind of like parts, and you're just strutting up towards the
Yep.
band. Okay, so you can see that there are 4 people here playing in this band. You can see that there is a small man like in the front with kind of like a little cymbal where he's shaking to keep the beat, and then next to him is a taller, thinner man who's got kind of like an old guitar that he's playing.
Okay.
And then behind them there is a man with 2 like little drums that he's kind of tapping with, and then to his right there is another man with a different guitar.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I like observe any of them? Do I know it? Have they been to the Hand and Mouth before? Do they know who I am? Do they know my reputation?
No, they have been in the city of Northmore before. You've roll for history.
Okay.
Their name is called Pirates.
My guess is
Party.
they're sailors, which is why I've seen them before. History, not great. 10.
10.
Yeah.
So you can see that. Trying to think of what actually to give you for that. So you know that there's a famous band that travels and performs. You've never had the opportunity to hear them yourself.
Okay.
But you do know that they have a fantastic reputation, and you're not sure if this is them, but you feel like this is probably them just by judging how the crowd has responded.
Okay, what's the name of the band? Do
The
I know
Matthews
that?
Dave Band.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Is he up there?
It was the little band.
Yes! Oh my god, I want to go up and just like
Yeah, so
rest them in my
you
boobs.
see Tuck just like
Fantastic.
yes. And then he just kind of like, doesn't actually have like a microphone, but just like holds it in front of his face and like leans back. Just, yeah! And everyone's like, fuck yeah!
And I'm
Matthews
just-
Dave!
Squeezing the bagpipes, playing along.
And they
Those
just like
songs I
start
know
like
so well.
like pulling you towards them, and you're just like joining them playing the bagpipes. Okay, so you play successfully with them. Do a performance check. We'll see how impressive you are.
I mean, performance 15. Pretty
15.
good.
So yeah,
Pretty good.
Yeah, no, you fit right in with this band. They're fucking thrilled to have you here, Wilhelmina.
Goddamn right.
Okay, so the band kind of concludes this song, and you're the last note that plays, and Tuck's just like right next to you. So the song kind of like dies down, and your bagpipe just fills the air, and then you feel just like a slight like patting on your ass, like a small hand.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, well, you've got quite a mouth to play the bagpipes so well, dear.
That's not the only thing I can do.
Oh, do you work in town?
I do. I work at the Hand and Mouth.
Oh, my favorite place.
I like scurry up behind him and I'm like, I work there too.
Oh,
Get away from me.
so many of you.
Fuck you, Wilhelmina.
No, I'm saying that's what he said.
I suppose the Matthews Dave Band could be joining you this evening at the Hand and Mouth.
We would
That
love
sounds
that.
great. We would absolutely love to see you there.
Well, thank you. We'll clean up our instruments and head over.
Better make sure they're clean.
You better make sure.
Okay.
And I press the digitation, the flowery breath again,
Oh,
so I
yeah.
can really draw them in.
Lovely smells you have as well.
Can I retcon that I did that as I filled the bagpipes so the scent went everywhere?
Sure, yes, that's fine. Something about your music is so attractive.
Great.
Great.
Thank you. I've been practicing. I'm good at blowing.
I'm sure you are, dear. I'll be seeing you soon.
I'll see you later.
You said your name was Wilhelmina?
Yes, that's correct.
I'll see you soon, Wilhelmina.
I'll see you later.
Okay, so they turn around and they begin gathering their instruments, and you can see that they're actually taking them onto this boat here at the concluding part of the dock.
Do I see the name of the boat?
Yeah, written, etched into the side of one of the panels, it says the Sea Beach.
Oh. Well then. Motherfucker.
So were the other three band members the three people that that Claire played cards with?
Yeah, you just fucked the Matthews Dave Band. Well,
Everyone but
3/4 of them.
It's okay, they loved me.
Yeah, they were getting ready before their show. Matthews Dave was your favorite.
So what did you find out about the Rock Man?
The who, baby?
Tristan.
Zahu, we do not
dwarf.
have Zahu yet.
All right. It just seems like that there was a job at some point in the warehouse. Didn't go very well, though. I
no.
believe someone is hurt in there. But I was thinking about going back to it a little later.
We should definitely check it out if somebody's hurt in there. Because that Tristan would come back, otherwise I want to make sure he's okay.
In due time, baby.
You're just mini Brick. You're just mini German Brick.
It's good. It's great. It's very
I
satisfying.
mean, I'm a prostitute.
Right?
It's Brick's favorite thing.
Mm-hmm.
Quote of the day. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm a prostitute.
Yeah, I'm just going to send that sound clip to you. I'm a prostitute.
Anyway, I believe I have some other business to take care of here. You two go along.
Where should we go? We were told to come investigate the warehouse and help you.
You can tell Viv and Suta I got this.
Okay.
Okay. And I just like skip back to the hand and mouth.
Okay. Are you going back with her?
Are you sure you don't need help? Because I don't want to go.
I feel like I need you.
Okay, because I don't want to go sit in the hand and mouth for another hour and a half. I'd like to be part of the campaign.
This is Wilhelmina talking. Who would really
I do
love to
need
be
to
part of
clean
the
up
ca-
some of that, so I'll go back and freshen up.
Okay, great. And we all go back.
Okay, so everyone heads back towards the hand and mouth. Okay.
Do we find another man on the way?
Another man arrives. Jesus
I'm
Christ.
just kidding.
Okay, so now you guys walk back towards the hand and mouth, and as you step inside, you can see that the patrons are beginning to clear out. They're either leaving for the evening because they've run out of money. Viv and Suta eventually do close down the bar portion of it for being open. This way there's adequate time to clean. And most of the patrons either head into the back with their ladies for the evening or do go home. So you see that Viv and Suta are actually out kind of like lifting up some of the stools to place back on the tops of the counters. Viv is sweeping, and as you are seeing Viv now as she has come out from behind the countertop, you see that Viv has a very large bulbous belly.
Why does everyone look at me? I'm Claire.
What do you mean?
I do go up to Viv and I ask her, Viv, I have a favor to ask you.
Oh, of course, Adelaide, what do you need, dear?
I believe we need to put someone to sleep for a long time.
Of course, that is, part of what we do here.
So I need someone. And I look over to Wilhelmina. I'll say, I need you to put this young little man to sleep for quite a long time. I'm changing my accents apparently. When I thought more sexy, I go to another accent.
Put him to sleep.
Put him to sleep now.
For Germany! They must all go to sleep.
Hold the flag.
The German flag just shows up.
Oh no.
The campaign!
And I go and I'm gonna Okay, yeah. So I just need some sort of tranquilizing. The fuck? I need to keep this upcoming band. There's a band coming here, and we need to have them taken care of for the whole night.
I have some ball bearings and rope if you want to use that.
Oh my god.
I mean, honey, I don't think we need that right now.
Did you say ball bearings?
Yes.
I don't think that's what you think it is.
Oh, God.
And I go over to Wilhelmina and I'm gonna say to you, there's people that are coming. I believe their ship is something I'm looking for. Something that is apparently my quest. And I don't know how the fuck to do this. Shit. Okay. I'm gonna do a quick little thing here, and tell both Claire and Wilhelmina that the Matthews Dave Band has actually acquired that ship through gambling, and was lost. Was acquired by my original captain, who lost the ship in a very sluggish and drunken game of whatever they played. and I need to get it back.
The ship?
The sea beach.
Oh, okay.
I
mean, I could put him to sleep. We could put something in the wine, Viv. I'm sure you have something for that.
Oh, yes, of course. You know, I've got all kinds of things we could just easily dump a little bit into poison in the ale, perhaps.
This is how it starts. This is how it starts.
You're the reason for everything.
I've just laid the ground for Grimdark getting poisoned later.
Of course,
Oh.
you know, I could maybe have a Suta, you know, when she delivers his drinks to the table, put a little in beforehand.
That would be great.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, honey.
Of course, no problem. I would like you to get back to your boat.
Don't
know.
worry, though.
I know that is something that you always talk about and how much you miss the sea beach.
I do very much. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I need to go back to Germany.
Well, we will do everything you can to get back to your ship, my dear.
Thank you.
Of course. Okay. So, you guys just assist Viv and Suta in terms of cleaning up the bar, and then you can see that there's about half an hour later or so that the Matthews Dave Band and a large grouping of fans enter into the tavern. And Viv and Suta immediately head back towards the back of the bar to begin preparing a large row of drinks to satisfy all these men. And then there is a slew of women who kind of come back out from the back alley, or the back hallway of the tavern, and just immediately start mingling with all the young men in here.
Okay. Do I see Tuck?
Yeah.
Okay. So I go over to Viv and Suda and ask for the. I need the. Let me go.
stuff.
Let me go speak to him first and find out what he wants to drink. Get ready
Okay.
with the stuff.
Of course.
To knock him out.
Thank you, Wilhelmina. We are quite sure of the plan.
The poison.
Okay,
The
good.
poison to kill Kuzco.
Yeah.
Kuzco's poison.
That.
Okay.
So I walk over to the table and I pull out the bagpipes again and just play like one note, just so he knows.
Oh,
He knows that it's
my, that is a beautiful tone.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, it's good to see you, Wilhelmina.
And what is your name? I didn't catch it earlier.
Oh, everyone in these parts knows me as Tuck.
Well, nice to meet you, Tuck.
It's nice to meet you too, Wilhelmina.
I don't mean to be blunt, but could I get you a drink?
Oh, I mean, sure.
What are you having?
Do you have any meads in?
We do.
Of course, I will take the largest mead, as hopefully as large as I am.
I'll get you the largest mead we have.
Oh, thank you.
And I walk back over, and I'm just like, big mead.
He's got a big dick.
Maybe. I need a big mead. He wants a big mead.
Oh, okay.
So you're gonna have to double dose that.
Okay. So they just kind of like, and then turn around, and you see that there's this large flagon of mead, and you see it frothing, and then you see she takes one of the vials down from the shelf and just kind of stows something in it very quickly and hands it back to you.
Thank you.
Yes, of course.
And I take it over to him.
Okay.
Here you go.
Oh.
I set it down on the table in front of him.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm gonna go up to him
Okay.
too.
Begins drinking. Okay.
Oh, hello there, boy.
Oh, another of such beautiful women here.
I'm gonna oh shit! What the fuck do I say now?
He's just kind of like slurping it very happily, and you see him like, oh.
You have a very big ship.
Oh, yes, I do.
Is there anything else that's big?
Oh, there are many things, my dear.
Oh my god! However, did a big boy get such a big ship?
How did such a big boy get such a big ship?
Oh my god. While that's happening, I'm gonna use my mage hand and grab his penis.
Grab his
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you
Not like aggressively.
Okay. So you just kind of like rub, but as you're like rubbing down, you feel it goes like significantly further than you were expecting. So like you kind of watch like your mage hand just like keep going,
Whoa.
and he's just like on a bar stool, and he's like, oh. I want it through a game of sorts. And he's just like,
Oh, you must be very good at games then.
I'm the best at games, dear.
What kind of games do you like to play?
Oh, I could play the roughest games you have.
Oh, you remember the suit?
Well, I mean, I don't.
Oh, he's into some weird shit.
Please just let me get my bag and I'll meet you in the back.
How about we do it on your ship?
On the ship? Oh, you like the way it rocks.
But let me go get myself a drink, and then you go finish that big boy.
Okay. I shall see you on the beach.
Oh my god. How about a 2-for-1 special?
Oh, would you also be interested?
I would.
Oh, please. Thank you, both of you. And he just kind of like gulps down the last of the mead, and you see that there's like froth and like he's got a little orange goatee, and it's just kind of like filling over his mustache and like slightly dripping down his chin. I will be on the sea beach.
We'll see you there.
You'll-
See you there.
Beach. I'll be ready and waiting in my outfit.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds great.
It is great. See you shortly, ladies. And you just
Okay.
see him kind of like hop down, and you see him just like stumble, and like he should fall forward, but he doesn't.
Because his penis.
And he just like,
It's a kickstand.
and then he just kind of like stumbles out
Oh.
of the doors, and he just leaves. Okay. So the two of you are in here.
What's the plan?
I mean,
I think we gotta fuck that guy.
And he's going to be out cold by the time we get there.
we need to
We gave him a double dosage in that. Unless.
grab all of your belongings. We need to get this. We need to get this ship.
Okay.
And hide it somewhere.
Okay. Okay.
We're gonna hide it at another dock somewhere.
Okay. I mean,
Do I know knowledge of
sure,
other docks
let's
in this
steal a
area?
fucking ship. I guess. I don't have vehicle handling, so I don't think I can pilot the ship.
I mean, shit.
You mean ship?
Yes. Okay. Wait a minute. Where's Claire?
Claire also doesn't have vehicle handling. We'll figure it out.
Claire, you want to go on an adventure?
Yeah,
Like,
I love
what-
adventures.
I was just that was out of character.
Come on, Claire, let's go. Let's get the gang together.
Let's bring
In
the band
mystery,
back.
Let's get the mystery machine.
Oh, this would be a mystery machine.
It's a mystery, bitch.
All right. Well, what do we do? Do you want to do this?
I mean, we've already drugged him, so I guess we're all in.
Okay, let's
Committed a lot of crimes.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. Claire, are you accompanying them?
Yeah.
Okay, so the three of you head out and you head back towards the dock. So it's only been about 10 to 15 minutes. It's now about 9:30ish at night. And as you get to the docks, you can see that on the sea beach there is kind of like a ladder right at that stern of the ship. No, the bow is the front.
Yeah, the bow.
Bow, yeah.
Yep.
So you can see right at that bow, the plank that kind of extends out. There's like a little ladder, just a little rope ladder that's extending down.
I'm climbing up.
Yep.
Me too.
All right, everyone climbs up.
I have. Okay.
Okay, so yes, you climb up and you can see that right in the center of the ship, right below the mast, so like the full moon is illuminating it, you can see that there is just kind of like a loungish chair, and you can see sat in the lounge chair is a small figure that's clad in like full black leather.
Oh.
And he's just holding onto his chest.
Is he asleep?
No.
Shit.
I mean, from what you can tell, he doesn't look like it.
Okay.
He just looks like his head's kind of rolling up and down.
I'm gonna go up to him with my rope and swing it.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, is that you?
Oh.
So while that's happening, I'm gonna mage hand and start, tickling his ting tangler.
don't.
Trying to get some of the
No,
blood to leave his head so he'll pass out quicker.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
So you begin the tickle
Yep.
with the mage hand,
This is
and he's just like, "Oh, this is marvelous."
I'm gonna say, let's get started. And then I'm just gonna go around and try to tie him up around this chair that he's in.
Okay. Yeah. So you tie his hands back behind his
Very
lounge chair
tightly.
very tightly. Oh, yes.
Oh my god!
This is exactly what I was dreaming it would be.
Now, where are we on the ship right now?
You're
Like,
right in the center below
Okay,
the main mast.
Do we have anything to gag him?
I have rope.
I mean, I guess I can still use some of the rope I have to put his mouth against it, like, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hog tie him up, basically.
Okay, so yes, you tie his mouth. Oh, darling, yes.
And then just muffle his mouth with the rope as well.
Okay.
Oh God! All right, so then let's. We should go.
I have just a piece of leather if you want to use that.
Me
You can
too.
just wrap it over his face.
I mean, I'm already
You
tied.
can just add to the rest of the leather.
He's already got the rope on his
Okay.
mouth. I'm gonna just convince him and say we should do this elsewhere.
Where do you want to go?
I'm just gonna try to pick him up.
In the chair, because he's tied behind the
so
chair.
So there's like it's just a
We
small
can
room
each
and
grab
stairs.
a leg.
Yeah. I mean, you
I
could
just
each-
want to take him off the ship and just sail away.
I mean,
Can we try that?
hold on. I'm gonna try something. Let's see. I mean, I only have 3 spell slots on, but I could charm him.
I think he's already charmed, buddy.
Oh, yes.
I mean, but I could like tell him to get the fuck off the ship.
But he's already tied up.
So untie him.
Okay, yeah, just try to convince him to.
All right. I'm gonna cast Charm Person on Tuck.
Okay.
Can I have advantage because I'm, grabbing his
You may.
his balls?
I mean, you're not wrong.
So that is an 18.
Yeah, he's charmed.
Okay.
Work your magic.
So, Mr. Tuck, we wanna get into some real crazy stuff here, but for that we have to get off the ship.
Where would we go?
We're gonna have you
Prepare-
lay down on the beach,
Oh my God.
and we're gonna
I love the
we're gonna
beach.
tuck you into the sand,
Oh.
and then we're gonna go get ready.
Oh. Oh, this sounds wonderful.
Yep. Oh my. So, we're gonna untie him.
Okay.
We're gonna take him off the ship.
Okay.
I'm gonna bury him in the sand. Not like so he can't get out. Just
Yes.
So he's not really going
Tucked
anywhere
in.
for right now. He's
I'm gonna tie his
tucked
hands.
in.
I'm gonna tie his hands though.
Okay.
You don't need to tie his
I don't
hands.
care, I'm just
I
taking
don't want him to
precaution.
Listen.
Okay,
We can't
well,
alter
he
the timeline. He can't.
I mean,
It's just we're just we want him to be in there so that way he would struggle a little bit to get out. But if worst came to worst, there was danger he could get out. And then we'll be right back. And we go back on the ship. We're gonna go get ready.
Okay.
oh boy.
All right.
All right, he's off the ship.
All right.
My job's done.
So you carry him off the ship, and you bury him very slightly into the sand on the beach at the north side of the docks. Okay. And it's now about 10 p.m., and you guys are all back on the boat.
I think I'm gonna go back to the hand and mouth. You guys think you got this?
Yeah, we got this.
I
I
might
mean-
go. I want to go see what's happening with that warehouse with that note that I had found.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can absolutely split up. Like, that's the point of this prequel.
Olive,
Each of
do
you has
do
a
you
quest.
need me?
Olive.
Olive?
Yeah. Shit. It's just what I call you
Adelaide.
sometimes. Adelaide. Do you?
Oh, love you.
yeah, all of you.
Oh, great.
Adelaide, do you need me, or have I done my part here?
I mean, you can come along, but if not, I'm gonna try to get to Atafia. There we go. I'm back in my accent again.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Claire.
Okay. If things don't work out, Aveda's that.
Okay. Weird. Bye. I go off the ship.
Okay, so Claire and Wilhelmina leave the ship, and you said you were going towards the warehouse?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Adelaide, for your boat,
Yup.
you have to roll, since you are not proficient with land or water vehicles.
Oh, wait.
Are you proficient with water vehicles?
Water vehicles.
You are.
Hey.
Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yes. So, you, though,
Okay.
are a one-person
Yeah.
crew of a large merchant ship.
Do I know where any of my colleagues or workmen that went to?
The people in terms of who had previously been employed by your original captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that they're pretty much dispersed throughout the city.
Do I know where the captain is?
The captain, no. The captain is gone. In terms of the last time you saw him, it was the day that he lost the ship.
Great. Well, I mean,
you can look for him.
this is
You
my
can ask
chan-
around.
This is my chance to really just.
Hmm.
I don't even know his name.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I did not write the captain's name down. The captain's name is Vaxus. Vaxus.
I think I got some time. Shit. I could take it and have a chance. Ugh. All right, I'm gonna get off the ship and wait. I'm gonna look for any diaries and try to learn, like, see if there's
Okay.
any word about winning this ship and.
Okay,
Or-
yeah, sure. Okay, so you head down into the captain's quarters?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll for investigation.
Fucking A. 6.
6?
Yeah.
Okay, so while inside the captain's chambers, you find that there's not really any notes in terms of, about how they won the ship. It's mostly just talking about how he was, in his personal notes, since he is now the captain, his personal notes are just a kind of disclosure of how he's been only able to do so much with his trading because he had a limited supply of ships, and he was attempting to save up some of his wealth to purchase a second ship, but he was thrilled to be able to win this ship from the Captain Vaxus and his first mate, Caleb.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing else notable here that I can find, I'm going to give myself about 20 minutes or so to go out and try to just quickly, all of a sudden, just look for Caleb Revaxis.
Okay. All right. So, are you looking on the docks, or are you trying to go somewhere else in the city? Or are you going back to the Hand and Mouth?
Do I know what Vaxis looked like?
Yeah.
What did he look like?
Vaxus was a tall, muscular man, about like 6'3", mostly bald, like short black hair, but very short, almost buzzed.
Baldish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a black beard,
Okay.
but he was a human.
All right.
You knew him as a successful fighter.
I'm gonna run over. I'm gonna run to the Hand and Mouth.
Okay.
Try to get this before I lose this opportunity.
Okay. All right. So you run back to the Hand and Mouth. Claire, you and Wilhelmina have returned. You see that inside, most of the people, in terms of the fans of the band, are drunkenly singing out their favorite tunes of the Matthews Dave band. You can see that most of the members of the band, though, have already been lured back into the into the back hallways. You see one of the members, though, there is someone that you kind of recognize, someone you've met before.
Do I know their name?
Roll for history.
3.
3. You feel like you do, but you're not entirely sure because you didn't get that good of a look at him, so you're not sure if this is actually that person. But you got a, quick glance as he ran back through the crowd towards one of the rooms in the back.
I'll go back to that later. I go up to Viv
Okay.
and ask her if she needs any help and how she's feeling.
Okay. Oh, I mean, my belly has been hurting for about an hour or so now. Yeah, kind of like that.
Are we not at the warehouse?
No, we're at the Hand and Mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like a tummy ache, or do you think...
Oh my god.
I am pregnant, dear.
I understand. I mean, do you think that there's a possibility that the baby's coming?
It could very well be. I'm in quite a lot of pain.
Should we take you to the doctors?
We could call him here.
Okay, I'll call him. What's his name?
Jacob.
Okay.
Oh,
No wonder I'm fucked up. I called Jacob.
Ring, ring. No, Jacob, get your ass over here right now.
I just call out to him from where I am. Just Jacob! No, I walk out of the hand and mouth and go.
Okay, so
To his
Suta
office.
actually, you two can see, Suta leads Viv back through the back hallway into one of the rooms at the back of the tavern, and you can hear that Viv is kind of beginning to like moan out in pain. And you step out into the streets, and the local cleric that Jacob runs here is his own little private shop. He's not really like the successful cleric. He's the local one that helps with the hand and mouth, recovery program, I guess we'll call it.
Okay.
So you just kind of rush over and, bang quickly on the door, and then just, oh, hey, huh, what? And you just hear it, and then the door opens.
Okay. I'm
Or-
not. What?
Jacob.
Huh? Hey,
Jacob.
oh,
We need you.
oh,
Viv's having her baby.
baby,
Baby.
baby,
Baby?
oh,
Wah.
wow,
Wah.
ah, okay, I can do one of those.
Wah.
Yeah, that. All right, where's she at?
Yeah, it's a hand and mouth.
The place she always is.
Yeah, that place. I love that place. It's a good place.
I'm gonna smack him.
Oh,
Snap out of it.
snap out of what?
Whatever's going on with your brain.
This isn't my brain. You're right. There's a baby to be born. I have to do the right thing.
Yeah.
I just grab his hand and start like marching him over.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of like
And
pull
I'm gonna
him
pull
out.
the door behind him and just like as she's pulling, I'm pushing.
Okay, so yes, you drag and pull Jacob over to the hand and mouth. Okay.
I bring him to the back room where Viv is.
Okay, thank you.
Fix the baby.
Fix the baby.
Oh God.
You broke
Oh,
the baby.
Jesus.
No, take the
Jacob, come on, you know what she means. It's not a euphemism. Don't fix the baby. Deliver the baby, please.
Yeah, what she said.
Okay, sure. Hot water and towels, please.
Okay,
Okay.
I run and go grab the hot water. You
I
get,
get
the
the
towels.
Okay, so yes, you go over to a little kind of like linen closet, and you run over to the small kitchen, and you can see that there's a man in here kind of like stirring a large pot over a stove.
Octavian.
Oh! Wilhelmina, hello!
Hello, I need hot water.
Hot water?
Yeah,
Are you
big-
making your own noodles?
No, I'm not. But if you could make some for me
Yes!
and just put them aside
The
for me, that'd be
finest
great.
noodles in Northmore. That's what I am known for.
Yes, please make me some. I love your noodles.
Okay, and he's
They're
just
great.
stirring.
But I need the water first.
Oh, yes. Do you want me to drain the noodles and then you use this water?
Probably not. I need to be like
Noodle
sterile.
water.
Noodle
It's
water.
For, no, it's for Viv.
Viv?
She's having a baby.
Oh, for a baby
Yes,
delivery.
yeah, Jacob
okay.
needs it.
Jacob. Oh, does he need noodles?
No, just the hot water,
Just
please.
the hot water.
Yes,
you
thank
got
you.
it. One big hot water coming up. So he grabs another pot, puts it on the little like wood burning stove, and he just starts dumping like 4 or so buckets into the pot, and it'll take a few minutes. Water does not just boil instantly.
Okay, I'm gonna cast prestidigitation to help heat it up.
Heat it up.
Yeah,
okay.
quicker.
All right. So yeah, so you're heating it up. You grab some towels and you take them back in, and Suta just kind of quickly opens the door, grabs the towels from you, thank you, and slams the door.
I like open it just a little bit and I'm like, can I come in?
Oh, it's. What help could you be in the delivering of a baby?
I can be the supportive staff.
Oh, we do need people out front though to make sure that the bar is okay.
It's okay, Wilhelmina can do it.
She's getting the hot water.
I'll get the hot water first.
Okay, could you get the hot water from Wilhelmina?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Do you have the hot water, Wilhelmina?
So as you're walking back actually towards the kitchen, one of the doors in the hallway just kind of like cracks open, and you see that there's this is for Claire. You see that like a face kind of like leans out. Claire, that you?
It's me.
Get in here.
Okay.
And he just kind of opens the door, and you just, and then he slams the door. So Wilhelmina, you are in the kitchen waiting on the hot water.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm still just bang, 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 heating it
Okay.
up.
All right. So the water has begun to boil.
Okay.
And Octavian just kind of pulls it off of the stove and dips like, one of the large metal buckets in, and then he hands it to you kind of like a bucket. It's got a little handle up at the top.
Okay.
If you need more, I can keep the water hot.
Okay, thank you. I need to check something real quick. Okay, I'm going to chill the handle of the bucket so I don't burn my hands, because he did just dip it into boiling
Correct.
water.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to
Okay.
bam, and then
Okay.
I'm going to run carefully, holding the bucket
Okay.
back to Viv.
All right, so you don't really slosh any water because you go carefully.
Great.
And then you get to the door, knock on the door. Suta just kind of opens it. Yes.
It's the water.
Wilhelmina, thank you.
It's hot.
Yes, thank you.
Be careful.
Thank you. And she takes the bucket, and you can see kind of like you see just the large bed in here where it's got no real like decorative kind of quality stuff on it. It's just a large master bed where it's got kind of like bedposts coming up, and you see Viv just like, oh, why did I do this?
I'm going to pull the door shut.
Okay, thank you. My decency.
Then I'm going to walk down the hallway just to towards the front so
Okay.
I can watch the front of the house.
Okay. All right. So yes, you walk back towards the front of the tavern. Adelaide, you are.
Running into the inn.
Okay. So
And-
yes, you run inside and you see Wilhelmina stepping out of the hallway.
Hey,
What are you doing?
Viv's having a baby.
Just having a baby already? It's already been 9 months?
Yes. I mean, I guess.
Time flies when you're having fun, I believe.
Yes, it does.
I think so. How did it go?
Oh wait, are there people?
I'm also asking because I wasn't here, so I don't know.
Are there people we're in the main
Yeah.
place? Are there people
Yeah.
around?
Yeah, there are still people around who are fans of the Matthews Day band who are still singing tales of the songs.
I pull Wilhelmina outside to tell her.
Okay.
I say, that's my sheep, and I need to find the captain that I used to work for, or the first. What was the
First mate.
first mate? And I need your help to find them. But also, we should also check out the warehouse, because now it's pretty later now, right? I'm
It's
assuming?
like 10:30 now. 10:30 to almost 11
But did you
o'clock.
move the ship?
Nope.
Did you?
I'm trying to
Did
find.
you sink the ship?
Nope.
Like IRL? Did you?
No.
did you- okay. Did you sing? Did you pull a Grimdar?
No.
Okay.
We got it, and then basically I'm just like, I don't want to take a chance. I want to try to find the captain first.
Okay. Well, let's go to the warehouse then.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yep.
So the two of you rush over towards the warehouse, and it's now like 11 o'clock. So as you get to the warehouse, you can see that the door is still closed. You don't really hear any commotion or anything inside.
Okay. Is there any windows I can look in?
No, it's still just the singular kind of like broken-ish skylight kind of thing on the top on the roof.
I mean, I can try to. Is there like a pipe or something I can try to climb up side of the building?
I mean, there's not really like plumbing and gutters.
I know, but like
I'm just gonna
a
open the door.
post. Okay, I mean, sure, we'll go with that
You
approach.
just open the door.
I'm just gonna try to open.
Do
the
we
door.
know who this meeting was for, or do we have no idea?
I
That
do.
old man that I stole money from.
Who was it?
It was for Tristan and Marcus. They were doing their
But
transaction.
they were here earlier.
Yes. and
So
then-
they're supposed to. But the 10 o'clock meeting,
yes.
or you knew about that?
I knew
but
about the
you
10
don't.
o'clock.
I don't know the
meeting.
10 o'clock meeting, but I saw them. I heard them talking.
Okay.
And then something
So
got.
they're probably dead, so I'm not going to disguise myself as them because that would be insane. So that's not great.
How's your talking skills?
Oh, real good.
Okay,
That's
then
charisma,
you know
right?
what?
Yes.
Real good.
Then I'm gonna need that just in case.
You need the mouth?
I need that mouth.
All right.
I'm gonna need that mouth real good.
Okay.
Okay. So you open the door.
Okay, and I'm like, if anyone asks, we're just trying to find supplies for a baby that's being born.
Okay.
Just in case.
Okay.
I'm just gonna open the door.
Okay, so yeah, you. And inside, you see that it's kind of like a storage facility. So the The walls are kind of piled high up with crates of traditional ship gear. So you're looking at a lot of rope, you're looking at harpoons, you're looking at cleaning objects, similar things like that, fishing gear as well. You can see that on the floor in the center of this there is a small patch of still moderately fresh blood.
Yep.
You can see that it's dragged out towards the back because there is like an adjacent kind of exterior door, kind of like a back door, out at the back right area of this little warehouse. So you can see that the blood is dragged out to that. And that's it. There's no one in here.
I'm gonna walk. I think we should go that way.
Okay.
So you follow the blood trail.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you follow the blood trail and you go to that back kind of door area and jiggle it slightly, but it does open and it opens you out and it leads out to the edge of the docks.
Okay. Do we see anything?
I
Other
mean,
than
kinda
just
look
the
at the
blood
trail?
trail?
no, you don't even see the blood trail any longer. You
Okay.
see though that there's like a set of footprints that are going out towards the beach.
Now, is this a dirt road? I'm assuming.
Yes.
Do I see any like dragging tracks of some sort or anything?
No, you don't see any dragging tracks. You can see that there are tiny droplets of blood. So like, you
So
know,
they were
every
carried.
like
I'm
few
just gonna
steps,
like
yes.
get the magnifying glass and start walking that way.
All right, Scoob.
Detective style.
Let's go, Scoob.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, you guys walk towards the beach.
The tuck is.
I mean, it might be a different part of the beach.
Is this a different part of the beach?
No, this is the same
We
part
may
of the
have
beach.
to. We may have to. Do
How long
what
has
we-
it been?
It's been about an hour.
It's been like an hour.
Well,
He's either
Foreplay.
knocked out or he's ready to go.
at this point he's probably knocked out. I mean, the sleeping ship probably.
He is a
kicked
small
in.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably did.
Yeah, I double dosed him. He's probably.
you
out.
did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then.
He asked for a big thing.
Oh yeah, that's
take
right.
A chance that he
Okay,
didn't finish
so yeah,
it,
he's
which he
probably
did.
dead. And paradox, time warp. All right, let's do it. All right. Well, she's taking care of a baby being born.
Yep. Let's follow this trail of blood.
Okay, let's go.
'Cause
Wait,
that's things that
I mean,
tourists
I
just do
have-
normally.
I mean, I feel like if this is blood, we should maybe.
Whores do normally. We just, go on adventures and follow blood trails at abandoned warehouses.
Do you happen to have your gear on you?
What gear?
I don't know, something to go stabby in case we get into trouble.
Of course I do.
Okay, just making sure because I have.
What's
mine.
your weapon?
You told me it was
Your
a rapier.
bagpipes.
Yeah, I have a dagger and a rapier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you're following the trail of blood.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you can see that it goes actually out onto the beach. You can actually see also that it kind of disappears into the water. So you can see that the waves kind of ripple up onto the beach and the footsteps lead out to the water.
Lost the fucking bodies.
Yeah, they sunk that shit. Well, they didn't bury them on the beach.
Oh, is that you, dears?
I'm just like.
No.
Oh, I know that floral aroma anywhere. That must be you, Wilhelmina.
I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation and blind them with lights.
Oh,
What?
Yeah,
So just like
it's really
flickering
dark,
lights.
so if I
Yes.
flicker lights, he's gonna go blind, at least temporarily.
Oh, my
Flashbang.
eyes.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Wilhelmina, where are you?
Let's run.
And I'm gonna
You
cast,
said you were getting ready.
and I'm gonna Prestidigitation again and cast a floral scent away from our direction, so he thinks that it's coming from the other way.
Walking away. Okay.
And then I'm gonna
But Wilhelmina-
fucking run.
Come back! Come back, my darling! Okay, so yeah, you run off of the beach. Okay, so as you're running off, you can just hear him calling out one last time. Whatever was in that mead was luxurious. I must have more.
Oh God.
Oh, man, we're gonna start this addict. This is how we started. All right. Shit. Okay, well, we only went to like a couple of places in the town. We should check out other places and try to get information.
I mean, I want to go look in the warehouse more.
Okay, let's go. Let's do
Is
that.
there like a main office in the warehouse?
I mean, there's like a small office, yes.
Okay, is there not? I'm assuming there's not a light on.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go in there.
Okay, so you go into the small office at the back?
Yes,
Okay.
I'll look around.
Okay, so yes, roll for investigation.
Okay.
You want me to as well?
Yes.
Okay. 6.
Well, 17.
17. Okay. All right. So, Adelaide, you find that there is a small kind of like parchment of paper here that is a note signed from a man named Malachus.
I'm assuming Malkius.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is it?
Malai. I mean, I spelled it C-H-U-S.
It's
but
fine.
it doesn't matter.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah.
But Malachus. And you can just see that this is a time, and it just literally says, tonight with Claire.
Yikes.
It's from Malachus or to Malachus?
It's to Malachus.
Okay. No, I'm assuming there's nothing like love so and so.
No,
I'm
there's
the
nothing at the
perpetrator.
No, it's just Malachus tonight with Claire.
Heart kisses sent.
Okay. Do I see anything else, or was it just that?
No, that's the only
nothing
thing
else
really
of
in there.
interest,
Everything
okay.
else is just kind of not interesting paperwork.
Okay. Well, that's odd. We should probably go check on Claire, because that seems pretty.
Yeah, she's having
Pretty weird.
Viv's having a baby.
Yeah, I know.
We should go check that out.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, we go back. We head back to the Hand and Mouth.
Okay, so as you two are heading back to the Hand and Mouth, Claire, you in this room with this man, okay? Did you find her?
I did.
She's still here then tonight?
What's
Is-
the one look like?
Is she well, or
She won't be in a little bit.
where is she now?
In the back of the tavern.
In the room at the very back, the master's room?
Yes? Yes.
Are there any guards in there for her?
Not really guards, but there's other people.
Who is in there? How many?
Like 3.
Asked like a super specific question, and she answers her. Clearly, she knows it. It's not.
Shut up! You're not here. You don't know what I'm
We're
saying.
not there.
Paranoid, okay?
We're not there.
Who is with her?
Do you want names?
Yes.
Suta.
Oh no. Okay.
Jacob.
He can be handled.
Was there anybody else in there? 2 people then. Just those 2.
Just the 2? You need to cause a commotion in the front of the bar to get Suta out of the room.
I can do that.
Good. Good girl.
And I leave.
Okay. So yeah, you step
Don't
out
look at me.
into the front of the tavern.
Opie's like,
It's a different O-face.
I
Not the
run-
same one as earlier.
Oh yeah.
Adelaide's like, oh no, baby.
Okay, so yes, you step out into the front of the
I
tavern.
run out and I'm like, there's a fire in the kitchen. Everybody out.
Octavian! Okay, so yeah, I mean, people literally start pouring out of the bar.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, during this commotion, you can hear the doors opening of the private rooms as people kind of just, like, peek out and are looking out into the area that you're in. Just, what?
Fire. Leave.
Oh, fuck! So, I mean, they just kind of pour out, and you watch as the other girls that they were with are like, is it really on fire?
Yes.
Where?
Kitchen.
Kitchen?
Leave.
Leave?
Leave.
One word.
Now. Get.
Roll for persuasion.
Don't get.
Why?
Why?
You don't roll it enough. You just drop the
Yeah.
die.
What is it? Persuasion?
Yeah.
8.
An 8?
13.
13? Okay, so yeah, I mean, they're like, just, can you... Well, Octavian, you have to save Octavian.
He's already fine. He's out. Go.
Okay, alright, so they just kind of
He
start...
can't die.
Yeah, they start rushing out, okay? And then you hear the door at the back kind of open up, and you see that Suta's walking out. What is going on?
Suta, there's a fire in the kitchen, but Octavian's outside. Go make sure he's okay. I think he was burned.
But the... I cannot...
Go! I got it. I got it. I
cannot
got
let
the
the building
water.
burn.
I got the water. I got the kitchen. I got it. Just
Okay.
go make sure
So
Octavian's
you
okay.
actually see that Malachus is standing behind Suta, and he hits her in the back of the head.
Okay.
And Suta just
I mean,
crumples
you
down.
didn't have to do that.
to
I was
her
getting
knees.
her out.
This is the only way we can do this.
Okay,
Hurry.
fine.
Okay.
Run into the room.
Yep. So you and Malachus run into the back of the room, and as you burst the door open, you can see that Jacob is just kind of like ass up under the sheets, like Viv's knees are like splayed out.
Is
and
he nude?
yes.
Of course. He
This is how you give birth.
Everyone has to be naked.
Okay, so yes, you can see like Jacob's ass is just up in the air and out. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, you two.
You handle Jacob, I handle.
You can take her.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So the two of you kind of rush in, and you see like a pouring out of people.
What's happening? Do I see like Octavian or anything?
Hey, the fire! They said fire in
There's
the
a
kitchen.
fire. I mean, I can solve that. And I run in.
I
into
take
the
out
kitchen.
my rapier.
Okay.
I run into the kitchen.
Okay. Yeah. There's no fire.
Baby cakes is on fire.
They said there was fire.
Do you see fire?
No.
Do you smell fire?
No.
There's no fire.
I smell noodles.
I run back out. There's no fire. Something weird's going on. We gotta find Viv.
She's giving birth.
Well, if there's no fire and somebody said there's a fire, she might be in danger.
Ah.
Just kind of logical. Something's. All
right, Wilhelmina, the logical prostitute.
We're being robbed.
Octavian, you fuck, let's go.
Oh, yes, of course. You're so right. Okay. Okay. So the two of you rush with Octavian back towards the master's room. You kind of like burst open the door, and you can see that Claire is standing over Viv, who is just kind of like desperately trying to press her off. And Claire has her rapier and is attempting to stab Viv.
Okay, I
Stab.
mage hand, and I just smack her in the back of the head. Like
Claire?
Yeah,
You can't
Viv.
can't do like an attack.
that's fine. I'm just trying to like get her attention.
Just like,
Yeah,
okay,
to, like,
distract
get
her.
her to stop.
Okay, so yeah. You feel like kind of like a dink in the back of your head as you kind of like lurch forward very slightly.
What are you doing?
I grab the bucket that the hot water was in and I just throw it at him and I'm like, get out!
Throw it at Wilhelmina.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay.
chill it in the air.
Okay, so yeah, you just thrust the
at
bucket
you.
and it like slushes and it like
Spells, baby.
you just feel like or like cool water just like
Refreshing. I
and now
slap
like
her with the mage hand
everything
again.
around you is very wet and revealing.
That's fine. I slap her again with the mage hand.
Okay. So you slap her again. You can also see that off to the side. Jacob, who's just kind of like been tackled and is on the ground with this strange-looking man over top of him.
How do you say his name?
Malachus.
Malachus, get him. I mean, you can do two things at once.
Has the baby been birthed yet?
No.
Shit, fuck.
Kind of busy fighting the fucking cleric.
Is there something around me? Like something I can throw?
I mean, like,
Nightstand,
there's a
stuff
nightstand,
on it.
there's candles.
I throw a candle at him.
At who?
At Wilhelmina.
Okay, so yeah, there's a candle being thrown at your head now, Wilhelmina.
Okay. Is it lit?
Yes.
I'm gonna just snuff it out.
Okay, so you snuff out the flame, but like the candle just like dunks you in the
I'm
forehead.
taking my goddamn dagger
Okay.
and I'm just gonna like, do you know how like when you throw?
Can I
like,
try
it-
to interact with that?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So what are you trying to do?
I'm
Throwing a dagger.
Like I take it like, here's the tip of it, and I go like this, and I throw it at his head.
So I'm gonna grab one of my
Her
darts
head.
and try to knock her, like hit her hand.
Hit her hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, make an attack roll.
What are you hitting me with?
A dart.
Oh,
Bitch.
like an actual dart? Like a?
Like an
Like a blow
actual.
dart.
Yeah.
Okay. Does it do anything or just hurt you?
It hurts.
So what do I use
It's an
dexterity?
attack roll.
Okay, and it's
Dexterity plus proficiency.
okay. 15.
What's your armor? 14? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that hits you in the hand. Roll your damage.
Okay, so it's 1d4 plus 4 piercing. What's the attack bonus? Again, what was that for?
The attack bonus is
Okay.
for your roll to hit, which you just did,
Oh,
so you're
okay.
good.
4 plus 4,
So 8. So you're like, you feel this dart, like as you start to go to throw your dagger, you feel this dart kind of like hit right into your wrist, and you just drop your dagger like onto the bed, and it like dink plunges down like right next to Viv's thigh, like slices her thigh slightly. Oh, fucking sharp!
And I was like, grab it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna use mage hand.
Before he tries to do that, I try to grab it with my other hand, like the one that Adelaide hit me with in my, I guess, left hand, because that's what
Okay.
I was throwing it with.
Yes.
I'm gonna try and just take that hand and like use that to like hold Viv's hands away, and then try and get it with my right hand and just be like, stop it, she needs to die.
Okay, so you had your rapier out though.
Oh.
So your rapier's in your right hand. You were throwing the dagger with your left.
So then just I leave that there and I just keep trying to.
Okay, so then you're gonna try to stab Viv again with your rapier.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to make a strength check against her. She's disadvantaged because she's giving birth. So 16 and then a nat 20. So
Oh man!
8.
8. Okay. So yeah, she just, oh, you fucking bitch! I trusted you. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on the other guy.
On Malachus?
Yeah.
Okay. What saving throw do I have to make for him?
That is a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. All right. So just so you guys can see, he's a +1. 11. What's your spell modifier for what I make a difficulty check against?
DC 13, and then modifier is +5.
So I fail. So
Yeah.
11 is less than 13. So yeah, what's the
Yep.
effect?
So you take 3d6 psychic damage, and you must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far away as its speed allows from you. The creature doesn't move, obviously, into dangerous ground. Yeah, so you
Okay.
have to run out of the room.
You literally say shit to him, and it's like your fucking shit's weak.
Yeah, so
and then he runs
3d6.
Yeah,
off.
just whisper in his ear.
So you can roll a 3d6
you're a
actually for the
bitch.
damage you deal to me.
5, 2, 1.
So 8.
Yep.
I like try to get on top of Viv.
Well, hold on, because this
Okay.
actually provokes an attack of opportunity from Jacob because it
Okay.
moves. So
Big
Jacob.
brain.
Olive used to have Dissonant Whispers. I think she still actually does.
All right, Jacob is gonna punch. Yeah, for 4 damage. 4 punch. Good job, Jacob. Okay, so yeah, he's moving away, and he actually just like literally steps into the corner of the room because he has to move away from you.
Yeah.
And you were kind of like in the doorway, so
Okay.
he can't leave the room.
Sure.
He gets up off Jacob and just like crawls literally into the corner and is just looking at the corner of the room.
Okay.
Okay, so
I try to get on top of Viv's chest. Like,
Okay.
straddle her, like, chest, like, above the baby bump.
yeah,
And, what?
stab her in the fucking face.
No, I'm still, like, trying to keep her hands down, and I just say, you need to die, you killed my dad.
Okay. All right. So, are you attempting to stab again?
Yes.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Don't try this one.
What if she kills the baby? All of a sudden,
No, Nina.
Try rolling it a little bit more, because you just kind of drop it, and you're just gonna get like the same rolls.
Okay, that's a lot better.
Yeah.
23.
23. Okay, yeah, you strike. Do your rapier damage.
really
I mean, hitting her once isn't gonna like kill her.
No.
But like, yes, I mean, Viv can still be definitely injured
Sure.
here.
5 damage.
5. Okay, yeah, Viv's fine. Okay. So you kind of like stab towards Viv and she like moves and you just like nick her cheek.
Okay.
So you just kind of like slice slightly a little horizontal-ish slash coming up her cheek.
Okay.
Okay. So, Adelaide.
Okay. I'm gonna run over to Malachus
Okay.
with my dagger,
Okay.
and I can't intimidate the fucker. I'm gonna try to cut his throat.
Yeah, I mean, his back is to you. He's literally turned into a corner. You'll have
Yeah.
advantage.
Okay. That's a nat 20.
Yeah. So you roll your damage dice twice.
So it's for 8 damage.
Right? Yeah. So you... And you just see, like, this spray of blood just splash all over the corner of this room. Like, spreads out like wings, just, like, flashing over the corner of the room. And he just kind of, like...
You won't be staying at the hand and mouth anymore, baby.
Great, though.
I'm just like, wink.
Okay. So, yeah, Malachus is dead.
Okay,
I was gonna use
so
these
before I
dice.
do anything else, I'm gonna just yell, Octavian, get in here!
Oh, did you need more hot water?
No, we need to save Viv!
Oh, fuck!
Get your weapons!
He just kind of runs in. Oh, get my weapons!
Yes!
I have to go get my weapons!
Okay,
Oh my
that's fine.
goddamn
Turns
Octavian.
around. Comes back in with just like a pot of noodles. What did you need them for?
Weapons, not noodles.
I heard the noodles. Are
No,
you
weapons,
sure you
weapons.
didn't say noodles?
Just use the
And
noodles.
you're just like struggling with it.
Weapons. I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and try to knock the rapier out of her hand.
Out of her hand?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you make an attack roll and you make a strength check.
17.
What is that? What would get added for that?
Just your proficiency and your spell casting bonus. So for you as a bard, it's charisma.
Okay, so that's +5.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 18.
18, yeah. So you smack and the rapier goes like and like dings into the wall over Viv's head, like right in front of your face, Claire.
Okay.
Do I still have my dagger?
Yeah, you still have your
Can
dagger.
I use my bonus action? I'm gonna grab the hilt of the rapier and like shove it all the way to the base into the wall, so like she can't get it out.
Yeah, so you just kind of like.
Yeah.
I take out my dagger.
Okay. So yeah, I mean now Wilhelmina is right next to the bed, just like shoving the rapier in.
I take out the dagger and try to stab Wilhelmina
Where?
in her side, because like I'm guessing she's like
she's like on your left,
Yeah.
like leaning in
Yeah,
front
so,
of you to
like,
like put that out.
in the side.
How many
Okay.
daggers do you have?
What?
How many
Yeah.
daggers
Did
do
you
have?
pull the dagger out of the bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What was this for? Attack?
Yeah. It's attacking with your
16.
dagger. 16. What's your
Yeah,
armor?
it hits. It's 14.
Okay. You hit.
God fucking damn it! 5,
5.
bitch.
Okay, you take 5. Okay. Viv is going to spread her white wings.
Ooh.
And then she is going to attempt to attack Claire as well, because she can make unarmed punch attacks, but she has additional radiant damage if she hits. So, 16. What's your armor?
14.
14? Okay. So, the punch is 1, and then the radiant is a d6. So, 7 damage to you as
I
Viv
am
punches you.
at 0 health.
So, yes, Viv knocks you the fuck unconscious.
Oh, Viv.
Mm-hmm.
Once again.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna push her off of the bed.
Okay, because yeah, she was like lurched, like
Yeah.
literally like tits
Yeah,
into
I'm just
Vid's
gonna, like,
face,
grab
like
her.
forward. Like,
I'm just gonna grab
I'm
her
trying to have a fucking
and
baby.
just throw her off. There.
Okay, so you just like dump Claire off to the side of the bed.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, I mean the two of you,
I'm going to tie it up,
Claire,
Claire.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say the other guy. I was like, he's dead.
tie up that guy. Who's
What are you doing? I'm tying this baby up, y'all.
You cut his head off. He might escape.
The body's still warm.
I'm gonna try to help Viv. Viv, are you okay?
The baby's coming.
Jacob.
Just like pressing the belly. Let's go.
I'm gonna use song.
Christ, you're gonna
I'm
kill
gonna
me.
Use Song of Rest.
Okay, which does.
With a song, you and friendly creatures gain 1d6 additional healing. Oh, at the end of a short rest. Well,
You can just play a song while she gives birth.
all right.
Through the fire and flames. Do it.
Okay, so Jacob just kind of like slightly comes to and just crawls back under the sheet again. Oh, fuck, the baby is here! So, you actually, the two of you, as you're watching, you see Viv, her white wings as they're spread, you can see that the feathers begin slowly falling off as you begin to hear like a baby start to give its first cry. And you see that as the feathers fall off, as the feathers fall off, the wings begin to turn jet black. And yeah, the feathers become black feathers as they descend and fall to the ground.
Viv, your wings.
Oh, my fucking wings! Ow! Why the fuck is this happening?
I don't know. This is horrible.
This is not great for my wings.
No, it's not. It's not great.
And that's the birth of
It's the birth of not great. So, yes, you guys see that Jacob just kind of like slightly pulls back out of the sheet, and he's got a tiny little baby Nina in his arms. And
What a horse.
you're still playing the bagpipes, just like in the baby's face.
I try to match it with like my Whales.
She was a performer from birth. All right. Yeah, I mean, that I think concludes the first session of the prequel. Leaving with the birth here, we can eventually pick back up with these people.
Cool.
Because there is still additional things planned for this, but I feel like this is a good concluding part for this first prequel.
Sure.
And then announcement, and then did you want to fireside at all, or?
Yeah, I mean, we can chat about stuff for a little bit. So we knew this wasn't going to be the full 3-hour session, but yeah, we're just going to do like a little mini fireside chat for you guys. So you can ask some questions about either this session, the other campaign.
More of Adelaide.
We can talk about like our character motivations and stuff for this session. We won't reveal too much other than what you guys know about. We're not going to like give you detailed information, but you can ask questions about the other session as well. Just chat about stuff for a little bit, and then
yeah, I mean, I will answer things that are not going to be completely unknown.
Yeah.
Like if there was something where somebody wanted to have a little bit more information about a character's motivations, or
and one other announcement is we are going to be adding at least one more day of D&D sessions. It's going to start with Tuesdays, and we're going to do some one-shot campaigns and just kind of just hang out and have some fun. Just do some short little one-shot stuff for like mini campaigns.
And guess who's DMing?
I'm going to be DMing the first one.
Whoop, whoop.
So that's going to be super interesting. So that'll be this Tuesday. We might also be adding a third day, but it might rotate between Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm not 100% sure how, but there will be more D&D content because we have this studio, so why not put out more D&D content and use it, because it seems insane to only do it once a week for 3 hours. So yeah, I'm going to be DMing on Tuesday at 7 p.m. our normal time for a one-shot, so make sure you guys come check that out. But yeah, we'll answer any questions you guys have about anything, either campaign. Just ask away, and we'll talk about some stuff.
Consider this just a prequel episode. I wanted to take an opportunity, as I said, to go a little bit more in depth into some of the characters that we have not really seen in a little while. We have not seen Viv in 8 or 9 episodes ever since her saving of Nina from the infernal door with Adonides. We've not seen Tuck since the crew left Endon. So Viv killing Claire's dad. So this one is something that, if you want, you can answer. We did not fully detail Claire's motivation. That was something that was going to be revealed in the warehouse at 10 p.m. But we missed that one. So go ahead.
Well, that guy Malicus, the one that was
your partner.
tackling, the one that like talked to me and stuff. He was supposedly hired by Viv to kill my father. He had found me and told me that, and he showed me like our family crest with like the W for our last name, and that he had taken the night that I was killed, and then we started plotting to get my revenge.
Yeah, on Viv.
Yeah.
So this was another thing that we didn't really get an opportunity much to go into in the beginning. Each of your characters have been in the hand and mouth for a set amount of time. I think I listed it on the other two. I don't believe I listed it on yours.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not that I can recall.
Yours, Wilhelmina, you have been working there for like 4 years.
Okay.
So everybody came to the hand and mouth for different reasons. Adelaide's ship, you were a sailor. Your ship was lost when the captain lost the ship to Tuck. That is part of the way in which Tuck's empire began to expand. It was him getting a second ship to be able to essentially start to be able to trade more frequently between Northmoor and Southmoor. Claire came to the hand and mouth when
8 years ago.
Yeah, 8 years ago, when her father, who was an abusive drunk, was murdered. And then Wilhelmina came to the hand and mouth, I believe it was like 5 or 6 years ago, actually.
Okay.
Your parents were killed and robbed in the street, and so you were an orphan.
That is correct.
Yep.
I'll put 5 years.
Yeah. But yes, there is absolutely more stuff for this prequel campaign. Because I have to open it up on my phone because my iPad died.
To update my title.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say just call the episode like 23.5.
I just changed it to I changed the stream title to Fireside Chat.
Okay.
Just so that way it's clear we're not
Yeah, still
playing
playing.
anymore. We're just doing discussion stuff.
Yes, Claire started working in the tavern at like 8 years old. Originally, she came in just as like a little maid, essentially.
That's why it was my first time today.
Yes, that was why she was the one who was sweeping with Viv.
Yeah, and Wilhelmina is chaotic neutral, so it makes sense that I like lit the guy's shoes on fire because he was being a pain in the ass and wouldn't let us rob him. So
Yeah, I made
Yeah.
all of you chaotic neutral just because in terms of traditional alignment, it's what makes the most sense. Chaotic means that you're not following the law. You work as prostitutes.
Yep.
Pretty much. That was why I wanted to have it where the beginning portion of it was, despite being awkward and uncomfortable for you guys to be flirtatious and stuff, it was built around you gathering information for your story as well as the direction of what the plot was with Claire.
Sure.
That was why I wanted you guys to keep your backstory secretive.
sure. Once we got into it, it was fine. I was just like, please don't start with me. Please don't start with me. Because it's always like starting with new characters and doing the first thing in the first episode is always super weird. It's not just like the first time that we played, it was the first session and the first time that we had played like at all
Ever.
with those characters, so it was really weird. This was only awkward like super briefly just because you have to get into the new
Yeah, now that we're used to this.
Yeah, it got better a lot quicker because we're used to playing now and we're used to being on stream.
And Olive does have an accent, but I haven't really been doing it because I feel like this would be a good time to start doing like different accents and voices and stuff. But I don't know if I'm gonna use her accent in the other campaign, but we'll see.
It gets to be too hard, especially with podcast stuff. If you have like too heavy of an accent, people are not gonna be able to understand like what's happening. I'm not super concerned about this one because your volume was probably a little bit low just because you were with the accent and we're talking quieter. I'm still gonna podcast this, but it's not as important as like the main campaign. It still is, but not as important.
I would love for there to be art.
Yeah. We were hoping like that we were gonna get some character art done, but we just didn't get to it. But for just so you guys know, for the wall behind where Carl and Paul sit, the reason there's no shelves and stuff over there is because that's gonna be our like Hall of Heroes. So we're gonna have artwork of different scenes from whatever this campaign, whatever like the next campaign is, it'll change, of like different people. So like there'll probably be one of like Wooey up there. So that's why we didn't put a ton on that wall, because we wanted to put up some artwork behind them and just have some interesting stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the idea with having this directed as Pippin's Tavern is the Wanderer's Hideaway. It's essentially a location where people are coming in and retelling the tales of other adventurers' claims that they've gone through. So that would be their way of serving as a memoriam for the most interesting or heroic tales. So the first artwork idea we had was the scene of Wooey's death with him leaning on his club against the tree branch and, kind of like offering the club to Grimdar and asking him to become King of Apes and lead them to safety, and then they all
he
died.
did that all right.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that is Paul's fault. He did cause mass chaos, and we had to get the fuck out of there. So, technically, Brand's fault. Grimdar fucked up a lot of stuff on that island, but that wasn't one of them.
Not Grimdar's fault.
Yeah, and the reason that we did this as a tavern, I just think it's fun. It's just more immersive. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you guys can't see off camera, obviously, that you guys saw during the intro video, which I'm still super happy with. Just for us, just playing and being in this space is so much better like we don't have to deal with the cats as much as I love them. John and Kelsey are both allergic and like die.
Actually murder.
So the fact that there's no longer a carpet in here to absorb like cat hair, this room has rarely ever had a cat in here because it was basically stripped down to nothing.
Which is
So
amazing.
they're like not dying. We don't have to deal with the cats like eating the dice, and just being in like an immersive space like this and playing is a lot of fun. But it also puts a fun twist on it in that we are the characters recanting our stories at the tavern. So it's like as we're playing, we're not actually experiencing it in real time. We're like retelling what happened at a tavern with other people. So it's just kind of a fun twist on like traditional D&Ds.
It makes it also where it's one of
stories.
those things where the idea of you will tell the most grandiose version of your own tale. You will embellish your own story. You will appear as heroic as you did in your own mind. That's what makes it, to me, a little bit more satisfying, where Grimdar is talking about all the things Grimdar did in his times.
Yep. Yeah, there's definitely going to be more like backstory one-shots, which might still include all of us. I don't know if we'll do them on regular campaign days, because we definitely are going to start doing some more like fireside chats, like full sessions of just discussion things. I don't know. It'll just be, just drinks and snacks and like hanging out and discussing different things. We'll have to see if that warrants a full episode, or if we do want to do like one-shot background stuff and then do fireside chats after it. I don't know, but it depends, because this way we will rarely ever miss a Saturday, because even if somebody can't be here, I guess with the exception of me, we can still put on a show and do something, so that way you guys have content, which is why I want to add more days too. But yeah, I want to talk about the one thing that I thought was interesting with you just break into my house. I mean, if they knew how to set everything up, if it wasn't like mega complicated, I wouldn't have an issue with that. Sadly, it is. It's just a lot of shit to make work. That it's not just like push one button. I have to do a ton of shit to like make it workable.
I end up breaking all the cameras.
Yeah, please no.
Bink, bink, they're on.
Everything's fine. We can roll.
I am really happy with how we've managed to put the cameras that you guys can't see anything, because that wasn't possible with the webcams, because we just couldn't zoom in enough with them. But there's obviously one there. There's one, you can see my hand there, which I'll just like refocus on you.
You can see me.
And then John's is actually pointed outwards. It's like it's on a stand that sticks out a little bit, and then the other camera points down at the table. But we've managed to frame it so that you guys can't see any of them, which I'm really happy about. And as you can see, John actually switched to a headset now, which I'm assuming it seemed way easier. You look way more
because
comfortable.
I can move.
Yeah,
like
you don't
that.
have to just constantly
Bink,
look.
bink, bink.
Yeah. Well, you also don't have to just like look in one direction and turn your head. You can just go anywhere. So it just seems way better and more fluid. So that's really the only thing that's like immersion breaking is the headsets, which there's nothing I can do about, unfortunately, because it is a basement.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to have like boom mics or anything.
Yeah, I tried to do like lapel mics, but they sucked. You have to get like really expensive ones for them to not sound like shit. And we tried like overhead mics, and those didn't work either, just because of the air conditioning system and stuff. But yeah, the one thing with Grimdar. So when Grimdar smashed Dorg, when we found out that Dorg was a traitor, the reason that I said nothing, which seemed underwhelming at the time, like I just smashed him and didn't say anything, was basically my way of, and I considered saying something, but it was basically my way of pointing out to the viewers that was Grimdar kind of like snapping back to reality, because he'll do anything to protect his friends, because that's all he has anymore, because like his family,
your family is dead.
His kingdom's fucked, the king's dead, like I have nothing. Grimdar had nothing else. So he just, without thinking about it, didn't take even a second to like say goodbye. He just smashed him, because anything that will negatively impact his friends, Grimdar's not going to do. So that was why I did that. And I talked to John about it after the fact, and he like agreed that made sense, just character
absolutely
wise, to do that, rather than some like big like goodbye buddy and sadly crushing him or something. I wanted it to be like, he's back I mean, not normal. Obviously, he's not normal.
He's
but
not a normal man.
he's not a normal man. Clearly, he's a fucking broken man. But
I loved how you thought in this the gruffy dwarf at the end of the bar was going to be Grimdar.
I thought there was a chance. The way you described him, I was like, probably not. But I was like, there's still. You never know. I could bang myself.
It's funny
That,
because
you know.
we were actually talking about it in the car on our way here. We're like, how hilarious would that be if we made Wilhelmina like hit on Grimdar
That would be
and
funny.
like try and get him to like go in the back room. And then what was the thing that we had said that we thought was hilarious?
Oh,
What did we say?
instead of if I was
instead of
if I was
bink.
acting out Grimdar, it'd have been like, I know how to have a good time. Wink, wink.
I realized it was definitely years prior because of the first thing when we saw Suta, her hair was
Yeah.
different. I'm like, oh,
Yep.
okay, we're definitely years behind.
Yeah, this is far in the past.
So would
Yeah.
that be a point where Grimdar still was part of?
20 years ago. So
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, I was still. So I could have been part of like the people that mined these ores.
Well,
and
yes,
ended
you
up
were.
here.
That's
Yeah.
actually a big portion of what the backstory does include. Like, that's why this prequel is not to me just like a stupid little one shot. Like, there
Yeah.
is sincerely a good amount of information that I can build, not a completely separate kind of idea for it. And obviously, it does need to be moderately limited because we can't have time paradox things like.
Yeah.
I mean, again, Viv would not have died today. You guys were level 2. Viv is still like the level 11 or 13 or whatever
Sure.
rogue that she has always been. She was not realistically, unless you guys had done something where you all dramatically turned on her, which would not have been something I would have assumed you would have made your character's motivations suddenly
No.
change for. Like, that was the idea for having one of you. It was also neat to just finally have you guys attack each other for a meaningful
Yeah,
reason.
I didn't see that coming
No.
at all.
neither.
That threw me. I did not expect that.
20 years ago, Olive was a little girl.
Yeah, you would have literally been like a baby girl.
She's
also.
still in the kingdom.
Yeah, she's very happy in Zedalia.
Yeah.
Everything is still peaceful and right. Grimdar's still mining.
Yep.
But no, I also thought of this because this was previously people had asked why Viv's wings were black. So the race of Aasimar in Dungeons and Dragons, there are 3 sub-variants of it. Each of them have different wings for a different reason. Nina and Viv are both fallen Aasimar, in which their wings appear black and skeletal. It's usually because their alignment transitions either slightly more towards evil, they break their pact with the celestial deity that their bloodline ties them to. That is why here Viv's wings fall apart and become black, because with the birth of her partially infernal daughter, she has fallen from grace, quite literally. So that was why I liked the idea of a very theatrical scene of Viv having white wings splayed, protecting herself, but then as Nina is born, her wings fall apart, quite literally, and turn black and become skeletal figures.
Yep. Yeah, we really wanted to like reveal some background information because we knew, like, we will do our best to not cancel an episode. If we have to shift days or something, fine. We'll try to not cancel because I don't like doing it. I want to be consistent. So even not having Paul here, we still managed to put on something interesting and give you guys
That's fucking
background
hysterical.
background information. It was funny.
Yeah.
So I thought it worked really well.
I got to do my German accent.
Your Tom
Finally
Kent.
gave
Tom
you
Kent,
a
yeah.
full excuse to do it.
Hello there, everybody.
Yeah, it was really good. The one downside of not having carpet is this floor is fucking freezing.
That's why my feet are my
It's
feet
so
are
god-
actually crossed right
it's
now.
so
because my
goddamn
feet are
cold.
Really?
freezing.
It's not cold where I am.
Yeah, you're lucky, I guess.
You got a blanket back here. It's so soft.
I know. But like my socks are like wet because of how cold the fucking floor is.
What? Is that how
make
cold works?
noise.
Just general
Cold
like,
make Grimdar wet. What?
I mean just from like just residual moisture just
Okay.
being in the floor.
I'm excited because one of the things that drove me to motivated to have the plot line begin with this was you specifically saying after last week's session how the campaign has for the primary one been so recently structured around the backstories of Olive and Bran. That's because of where our party went in the world. So when we, as I've explained to them, originally left the Island of Fal, I anticipated them going north towards the beaches to the west of the Bloodwood, because I thought the plot hook of the ruined the Elvish ruins within the Bloodwood, having the supposedly artifact and history of the artifact that both Olive and Bran were looking for, was a significant enough plot hook to pull everyone to the north. And then they fucking turned around.
Yeah, we threw John for a fucking
like,
loop.
literally, actually, 100% bamboozled me, and that was episode, 6 or 7.
Yep.
I mean, up to that point, everything I've had to improvise has been significantly more minor, where it's been, like I said, one of the big ones was Iffy. Iffy was something that I had created, but Iffy was supposed to be with Wooey as the forest guardian, and that was why Wooey was partially blessed with being the king of the apes, because he gained favor of Iffy. Iffy, though, I needed a reason for them to really want to try to go into the ziggurat, because you guys were just
Sad I
like,
didn't get to
let's
meet
walk
Iffy."
around the ziggurat over and over again. I'm like, go in the fucking hole. There's a hole. So I had to make the... Oh, poor Iffy. Rest in peace.
How can everyone make that noise? That's no fair.
You can't make it?
No.
Try it.
No, I already did. I
She
know it
does, and
sounds
she just
stupid.
goes like... Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
My tongue's not as great as the Mouth Junior. I'm sorry.
It's true.
I am the original
I
mouth.
am what I am.
But yes, when they elected to turn around and go south to Southmore, when I built the world, I built general structures in terms of the layout of the campaign. So originally the thought to me was I really wanted to put you in a pirate campaign, because we had just honestly played Sea of Thieves a few months ago. You enjoyed being a pirate so much, and to me, it gives you guys a world to live in which you're controlling it more. If I put you guys in a city, kind of like how when we've discussed doing the Ravnica book, we're going to be functioning citizens of a city.
Yeah.
We would have rules and laws to abide by. That would make your first full campaign, I think, a little bit more restrictive, and I wanted to give you guys as much freedom as absolutely possible in terms of what you did, why you did it, and not have to worry completely about, the legality of what would follow up, where a campaign that would be taking place more in a structured city with a real government, you would have to care genuinely about how you approach yourselves legally.
Yeah.
So I built the idea out of pirate campaign. They have to be on an island. There has to be things to pirate. You have to be able to have piracy in order for your pirates to function. So I thought of the idea of you plundering the primary trade route between two cities. So I did your island, Northmore, Southmore as the twin cities, and then built out from that direction once you guys give me backstories.
Yeah.
So I expected them to go up. I had written the idea of the areas of Southmore, the kingdoms of the four kingdoms of men and Thelahill, but I didn't have them fully fleshed out.
Yeah.
So when you guys were like, turn around, go to Southmore, I was like, fuck, that's great.
It's good we did it at the end of an episode.
I mean,
Could have been the beginning, like, hey, we're going to Southmore. Oh, no.
yeah, I mean, honestly, when I created Southmore, I structured it off of the idea of a city run by kind of barbaric trade, simply because the warring humans who live in the other areas on the continent, most of the people would be affiliated with war. They would become battle would become commonplace. So to me, the idea of having a city structured off of brutal rule, in which the gutter and other
the gutter's fucking cool.
Yeah. I based a lot of that off of the structure of, it's called the Were Guild. It's something that in old medieval British history, it was their first kind of like civil penal punishment system. So if you committed a crime, Were Guild, if you killed someone, Were Guild literally means man gold. You had to pay gold to
Interesting.
the family of people who you committed a crime against if you murdered someone. So, to me, the idea that was why the punitive system in Southmore was were-guild. So if you committed a crime, you paid a fine. That's where fines come from. The second tier was if you were unable to pay your fine, you were an indentured servant. That's where Bran's family actually genuinely ended up, like I
Sure.
said before. They made their deal where they bartered with Leonard Wyatt, Declan's father, where they were getting gems offered to them in advance to be able to make some wealth and to be able to get them out of Renya, which we've still never gotten to. That's another thing that's really advanced now because we've spent so much time out of Renya.
Did you ever switch the music, or did you just leave it on Tavern?
I just left it on Tavern.
That's fine.
Because I knew the combat was only going to be very minimal.
Sure. The music has been looping, right, chat? Because we experimented with something different tonight, and it's not too loud or anything. Because we did it where you can actually control Spotify from a mobile device. So I have it linked to John's phone, so that way we can now change the playlists that play, so that way we're not having like dark music during fun times or something. So it can be like even more immersive. So that's why we did that, so that way we can change the playlist remotely. Music looped. It's not too loud. Okay, awesome.
So why Lillian wanted the baby? Why Lillian wanted Lyella, you mean?
I would guess so.
That's what I would think.
Yeah, that would be my guess.
So, Lysandra and Lillian's story, both heavily involved with Olive's backstory because of the involvement with Lolth. Lillian's story I can't fully divulge because they have not concluded their time in Thelahill, and there is still opportunities for them to learn more about the Piriella family while in Thelahill. I guess the best thing I can say is that blood magic is still a thing in the world. There is a reason why it has been so, I guess, prevalent frequently, where it's something that Carl outside of stream has actually asked me, like, are there rules that I can have for blood magic for me, so this way I can, attempt to like learn blood magic? I'm not going to fully say like a no to that, because I like that possibility in terms of developing more unique spells. Spell modification is something that I'm totally open with, but studying and practicing blood magic is something that would be very dangerous for you to do, and requires blood.
Well, Olive, I'm not going to mention anything too much about Olive, but in her story, she's willing to lose everything. But she's still naive. Even though she saw a lot of people die, she's caused a few deaths, and she feels very guilty about that, but she still wants to get stronger because of her one true goal, which I'm not going to mention, but I've hinted many times in the campaign.
Yeah, everyone originally, when they crafted their backstories for me and gave me stuff, they gave typically a general idea for what their accomplishment was, for what their goal that they strive after is. Olive's being an independent thing and a personal motivation. All of them are personal motivations. Grimdar's has been to relight the forge, as he has said, back in the Faldir Mountains in his home city. In Kandarim. Bran's is like, this is what's difficult about plotting for Bran, because it's exclusively wants to become more powerful. He has felt, essentially embarrassed by Ander having a prodigal younger brother who was a natural-born sorcerer, and Bran was born without magical prevalence in his blood, so he was not efficient with it whatsoever. That's actually the real reason, I think, why he constantly mocks your magic, because he's just upset that he can't do magic. That's why, despite me saying, Arcane Trickster was not a great subclass for you to pick in terms of metaing about a rogue subclass because of your dice rolls. Bran rolled very low intelligence, which is what the casting modifier for an Arcane Trickster rogue is. So his magic
all
would have been,
stats.
very bad. I feel bad because his stats off of his first rolls were horrible. But, good on him because he stayed true to what his character's motivation was. I want to learn magic. And I guess in a certain sense it made sense that in the beginning portions of his time as an arcane trickster, he was not good with magic.
Yep. Yeah, because you can't metagame like that. If your character has motivations, you could try it and then fail and give up. But if you just immediately give up because you know your stats are shit, then that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good for him for sticking through that.
Yeah, I mean, even today, Kelsey, while playing Claire multiple times, you went off of just the rage of, I want to tie her, I want to hold her down. And I was persistently having you do strength checks. You weren't thinking about, I shouldn't do this because I have bad strength scores. It was, no, I want to kill this woman. I believe she murdered my father.
Man.
I want to just do whatever I can to get her out of the way and kill her.
Yeah, being able to get into your character like that is super important.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. And I'm really happy with how much Paul enjoys playing.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is what, everyone's first time playing D&D?
Yeah, I did the other campaign that we did for a little bit, but the first real long campaign, this is the first official D&D campaign because the other one was a homebrew, but it still counts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had, I think, 4 sessions in that one.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
4 or 5 before we started to do this. So like I said, this was, I had very slightly done the campaign that I do at my school. So I had DM'd for them for about 2 months where, it's special needs kids. It wasn't really fully DMing. It was essentially explaining roles, giving them character sheets, and then rolling dice and explaining some things as we went along. I did create a world for that campaign, but it's not remotely as fleshed out. None of the kids have genuine backstories.
Yeah.
So there was nothing really for me to tie in. I essentially created something from the ground up for them, and it's been, consistently just handing them this is where you go, this is where you go. This is the first campaign I have ever DM'd for in terms of, having an open world in which you guys need to make your decisions, and, me having to continually modify and adapt the world around you based on what I think the world around you would do.
Yep. And this is episode 24. 24 episodes at an average of 3 hours is 72 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. That's a lot of content.
Especially our first 4 or 5 episodes, we did 4 hours.
Yeah, we did 4 hours. There's a couple 4s and a couple 2s, so average it's about 3. It's probably a little bit more than 72.
Yeah, we played 3 full days essentially worth of D&D.
Yeah, it's insane. It's nuts.
And time flew. Time flew really fast.
Oh
Right?
yeah, it's. I don't know about anybody else. This is one of the best parts of my week. I look forward to doing this, especially now.
I mean, yeah, even the idea for the Ravnica, I already prepped up my character.
Oh, good. Actually, I need everyone to. Yeah, we're doing a side thing too. I picked up the Ravnica.
Make Carl DM on stream.
So I DM.
Killed him.
So I've been playing D&D since 2009, and it's been off and on. But I just recently started DMing my own thing with a few family members and a friend. But we took a break because we both all work at the same place, so we all been just really busy. But recently I just picked up the Magic the Gathering Ravnica book, and I'm actually making a campaign based off the city of Ravnica, and everyone here plus Sarah has made a character and also part of a guild. So I'm considering maybe doing a thing on stream.
It's okay.
So we'll see. I don't know.
No, I totally understand, dude.
Yeah.
But I want to, though.
The first time when I DM'd for this, when I sat up here, and I remember reading through the long demonstration piece I had written about the world and the economies and the political systems, and giving a little bit of, history of the world, and then putting you guys in a place. And then I had to jump into being one of the ship crew members, immediately rushing from narration into portrayal.
Yeah.
And I remember speaking to you, and then you just being like, I was like, oh my god, we're gonna be so bad. But 15 minutes later, 20 minutes later, you guys had killed Lysandra, and we've seen how that's worked out. Bran has now fully ended that family.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, once we got into it, I mean, the first little bit of anything is going to be awkward. It just takes time. But I think that's also the hardest thing to overcome for people checking out the stream. Well, not the stream, but like the podcast when watching previous spots. Is the first episode is like the audio is a little fucked up. We didn't really know what the fuck we were doing. So it's really difficult to like draw people in and be like, I promise it's good. You just have to listen to this 4-hour session of us fucking around.
See, but even with us not being good, we were
still wasn't bad.
Funny.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was still hilarious.
Like,
it just took us like, I can't remember at what point we switched to the better audio with the things that I bought to make the microphones louder, because that made a huge fucking difference.
I think that was episode like 4.
I think it was later than that.
It was actually
it was early on, but I don't know if it was that early. I don't remember. It doesn't matter.
I mean, it's crazy that that's how much we played, that we've actually forgotten
insane.
these things.
It's insane.
Like, looking back and realizing that you guys have not been on the Island of Fal, which is the campaign's name, since episode 7.
Yeah,
Because episode 8 is Southmore.
Nuts.
Like,
Absolutely insane.
You've spent significantly more time not on the main named island.
Which is crazy, because it felt like we were on that island for so long, but it was only 7 episodes. Like, that's fucking insane.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have actually spent, I mean, still overall in terms of total time, I think you've been in there uniquely the most still, because everywhere else you guys have spent, the Southmore, I believe, is closed. Where, because I wouldn't really count the episodes you guys spent most of the time in the Underdark as Southmore episodes, and you had, I think it's like 6 or 7 episodes between Southmore and the Underdark.
Yeah.
Because it was that arc, and then you had from about 16 to like 18 where you were in like Endon and going around, because you had the attack at Hoth, and then we went back on and got around to Endon.
The music stopped playing. I just noticed that.
Okay.
Oh, it's back.
Okay.
Did you do anything?
No.
Probably just a song transition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. That's probably what it was. The other thing that's really cool with audio stuff is when we did this room, I bought all new cables for the microphones, because the previous ones made some like little noises. But if I mute the music and like people speak, there's no electrical noises at all. You hear nothing.
Yeah.
Like any one of us can speak, and there's just nothing, which is like, it makes me so happy that I've solved that issue, like figuring out what it was. It was just shitty cables. And the only reason that my microphone didn't do it is because my original cable fucking broke, which is why for a while we could not figure out like what was wrong with my microphone. And I had to get a new cable, and I just bought more of the exact same thing because they worked perfectly. And I replaced mine anyway, just so I have an extra. But like, it's really nice having audio quality that doesn't make noise, because electrical noises and electrical buzzing are really aggravating, despite being super subtle, are really annoying for people to listen to.
So do we, or does chat have a favorite scene they like to talk about so far that we've had in the campaign? I mean, I can tell you mine.
Like, what is your favorite parts of the campaign, either tonight or in general? Like, what are your favorite parts?
I think we should go around the room.
Yeah, what was yours?
Mine was when, in the beginning, where we had outside the stream, when Olive tripped Bran and was on the floor, and Eldritch blessed him, and then says, I don't know where he went.
Nope.
Some guy took some stuff.
Yeah, no, I remember that being like a perfect vindictive moment.
Yeah,
That was my favorite moment.
I gotta think about it.
Do you have a favorite moment?
I don't. I need to also think. I can't think of.
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
It's really
I mean,
hard.
I've had several. I mean, definitively one of my favorites still is the death of Wooey.
Yeah.
I think that was the first death that really hallmarked to me that this campaign was not just like, you know, a simple little run around, smack 'em, beat 'em up style thing, like Wooey pleading for help, getting you guys involved, and then despite you being directly involved but not really the reason for the death of his sons, he didn't help you.
Yeah.
He didn't hate you. It was just, all I care about is please take care of my people. Like, that to me was the sign of a good king.
Sure.
Was that he did not even in death have that personal kind of emotional moment where he let himself take over. It was just take care of my people.
Yep.
You see, I agree with Luna. I think that's also my favorite.
Yeah.
You
When
can't
Viv
take
sacrifices
my baby!
Yeah.
No, I really love.
Well, that one legitimately, I nearly cried when I yelled that line
Yeah.
out.
We all teared up
Yeah.
when Louis died.
Yep.
We literally all almost fucking cried.
When who was it Buku? Was that the smart one?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's I was so
Literally,
upset.
I
was
wasn't
so
even
She was
here
at
for
home
that.
crying.
Yeah.
I
because
was
she
at
made
home
Buku
watching
sleep.
it.
So sad.
And I was so pissed
Do
off.
you know how I was so angry when Bran put the leaf on fire because I was gonna give that back and I was so sad that Buku passed away. I was so upset because I wasn't aiming. Or no, that was the other apes too. But like I wasn't trying to hurt any of them because he ran away and I tried shooting the other lizard folk and then go chase after Buku, but that just didn't work out.
Yeah. I don't know if I have like a favorite moment, but the whole Island of Fal section for me, like I could just close my eyes and like be on the island. Like I could just I don't know what it was. And it's not that I can't do that with the rest of the campaign. It was just from starting off, I literally could just envision as we were playing everything that was happening.
Yeah.
Like I could see the ships, I could like feel the breeze. I don't know. It was just.
It was that in the gutter. That's the two I can really imagine
I can
the
really
most.
see the gutter too. Yep, same thing with me.
I love the gutter.
Yeah.
Oh, and the alleyway where we found that John's fake home, where it was like, I can imagine the alleyway, the
slums.
slums. Yeah, I can
with
imagine
like
the
the
slums.
brick walls.
Yeah,
and
where
everything.
everything's like decrepit
Yeah.
and kind
I
of
just
broken
imagine,
down,
like-
and there's just vagabonds like living, barely surviving on the ground, kind of like desiccated, living off of dirt and scraps.
Yeah.
And he just like sneaks you guys back in here.
Yeah, I'm like really bad at picking like one thing because
Yeah.
you could ask me like, "Oh, what's your favorite movie?" I don't have one. Like
I mean,
I'm so bad.
I fucking
at
loved
stuff like that.
Viv killing Giagru in the gutter.
Yeah, that was
like
fucking
that, like
insane.
badass, like she barely surviving because I put them at equal level characters. And
Sure.
like Rogue with not having sneak attack dice is a huge disadvantage against the barbarian, but her having like the frighten and being able to just and rip
Yep.
his throat out. I love
Yeah.
that. I loved you guys jumping into Cephantus's mouth
That was fun.
to burrow out of the
Yeah.
Underdark.
I liked playing bowling with the people's bodies when we were getting Viv out. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, I
don't know.
loved when we cuddled with Cephantus.
Cephantus on
Yeah.
the boat.
Yeah.
Pifflepuff.
Pifflepuff.
Yeah.
I miss them.
I know,
I
so
need
do I.
Pifflepuff back.
Yeah.
He's mine.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
She's mine.
They went where they went, and like I sadly can't tell you,
You know
why.
what? You have Pepe. Don't you start with
All
me.
right.
Yeah, you do.
I do have Pepe.
Yeah,
I get Pifflepuff.
Pifflepuff and Cephantus have their like. That's the thing. Even when I introduce characters that are monsters or creatures, they still have motivation. Like I told you previously that Cephantus had lost her husband.
Yep.
Like that she was living alone as a single mama dragon taking care of Pifflepuff, and something happened to her and she lost Pifflepuff, and that was when Tuck found her.
Yeah.
And Tuck was caring for her. So when she, leapt into that geyser, like there's a reason for that. That's a whole plot line. Like again, despite you guys missing plot lines, it's not like they're gone.
Sure.
Like none of the things that are happening in the world like conclude that quickly. Where you guys went to the Hells, Francis is dead. Fuck
Sure,
that.
but some things we have missed, and that's why I'm gonna do a little sellout here. We
Yeah,
do
for the
have
Patreon stuff?
So on the Patreon, we have I think it's the $20 tier. Discusses like you'll get access to a private Discord channel that John will have access to, and like no one else other than the people that have that role. Like none of the mods, it's just going to be the people that have that, and you'll get to ask, like John will reveal little things about the campaign based on like characters that have died or things that we missed that won't come up again, like different little things that we've just not gotten
Well,
to
that's why I
experience.
introduced Caleb today, because you guys
Right.
knew nothing. Like, in terms of the 5 captains on Fall, Caleb and Oral were the 2 who you knew very little, if anything, the fuck at all about.
Yep.
Because this was still when you guys were new to playing and did not genuinely ask, correct questions, like, constantly. Like, you guys still did a good job with trying to figure out information, but it wasn't like, hey, Caleb, like, you guys don't even know Caleb's last name.
Right. But, like, that's information that you guys can find out that
Yeah.
we just won't know until, like, the end of the campaign, I guess. We'll probably do, like,
Reveal.
one big wrap-up thing and talk about a bunch of different stuff. But that's one of the cool things. There's a bunch of different stuff. You can make an NPC. You can make an in-depth NPC that'll get added to, like, potentially have, like, a quest for us.
Items too, right?
Yeah, quest
you can make
NPC
items.
or an item. There's stuff where you can get a personal shout-out on the stream. There's one for, like, businesses that want a shout-out. There's ones that you can get access to the title of the episodes and a private Discord channel a couple days early, so that way you can, like, discuss with people what the episode might be about. There's a ton of cool stuff, but yeah, I don't know. It's neat. It's neat, but
Yeah, I would love to be able to actually work with people to make NPCs because
it would be super cool.
I don't know, like when we say make an NPC with me, you would be able to work with me to have the background of the NPC created, the motivations of the NPC created. So essentially who they are, why are they doing what they're doing, and why are they where they are. And then I would put, essentially them into the locations that they would fit the best in. Obviously, if you knew the campaign well enough, to be able to work with me on it. And you could say, like, I want this person to be here in Thela working at this shop. Like, I can still work that in. Obviously, there's one primary cleric. You can't try to create an NPC with me that's a cleric. You could make somebody who's an aspiring cleric who wants to be able to work and study under Tefesa, I believe was her name.
Yeah.
In, Thela, and that could be your role. You want to make an NPC who's an aspiring young elf cleric who desperately wants to do well, and, that person could become a very significant portion of the story. Like,
And something like that might be something that we do, like, a giveaway for if we reach a certain, like, subscriber goal or a certain number of Patreon people. Or pick someone randomly to do, like, a smaller NPC from people that tweet using our hashtag, which is NGDCcast, to just kind of tell other people. I know a lot of you don't have, like, crazy Twitter followings or whatever, but so far nobody has used the hashtag other than me. So we definitely want to encourage people to do that, because it will eventually get seen by other people. So we'll definitely do giveaways for stuff, because we don't want to lock everything behind a paywall, but it has to be behind something for the majority. But we definitely want to do giveaways for some of those things.
had you ever talked about the upgrade for contributions?
Well, we were going to do something like that, but that's really hard to do because of the way Patreon is, and to track that.
Sure.
So the way the Adventure Zone does it is if you tweet using that hashtag, you just, like, your Twitter name might get picked to be the name
Out of the raffle.
a character. So that's the way they do that. So that's why I'm saying you might get access to stuff as, like, a giveaway if you, support us by, by tweeting out about it using the hashtag or tagging our Twitter and that kind of stuff. That'll give you a chance when we do giveaways like that. That's how we'll do it, probably just because that's easy to track. Something like that. But I really enjoy being Grimdar. Just the different stages of his, like, mental state and how he's changed across the course of the campaign, because he's not the same person that he was when we started.
I mean, yeah, I remember when Olive used to not tell you guys anything at all.
Yeah.
Like, that was actually a big portion of, to me, Olive's character.
Yep, super quiet, and now it's just like, hello there.
Hello there, big boy.
Such a big boy, gets such a big shit.
Hey, I feel like on the fly, I play a pretty good whore.
You do. On the fly, I play.
Yeah,
a whore.
I got a pretty good mouth on the fly.
I am the worst whore out of all of us.
Somehow.
You'd be a good fighter though, because you're just like, let's kill him. What the fuck?
Yeah, magic user was fun
Yeah.
because I've not experienced that.
Yeah, I mean, you actually did a good job with managing it and trying to stay consistently on top of using your cantrips.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I did enjoy it. It was very interesting. Coincidentally, I'm also playing a bard in Carl's magic campaign. I'm a Minotaur bard, which he's a really fucking bad bard. Like, real bad. Terrible. because he's not supposed to be a bard. He's supposed to be like a trained fighter. He's fucking awful. That's why it's hilarious, because we just wanted to do that. Because I thought it was interesting. I thought it would be fun. We joked about it, and then I was like, nah, I'm going to fucking do that.
Yeah, I really think you should. That'd be really fun.
Oh, that's what I'm doing.
And in fact, it's
that's
funny
locked in.
because like everyone here but one person, including Sarah, is in like a kind of a good guild in a way. And I mean, Kelsey, she's part of Rakdos, which is black-red.
Yep.
And actually, after doing some research, they're not like evil; they're just like chaotic.
Yeah, it's just chaos. It's like carnival chaos.
Yeah, it's she's just chaotic.
Yep.
Jasmine.
And the thing is, too, I was reading it because when I'm building the campaign, that Rakdos is the only part of the city that runs the nightclubs. So, like, her
Hello there.
her guild runs the nightclub. She could work at a nightclub and just be like, "Hello
Fuck
there."
yes. I gotta work on my
Flirting as a little goblin rogue.
yes.
Yeah, Kelsey's a fucking goblin.
I am a Loxodon, which is an elephant man. I'm an elephant cleric, so I'm gonna put my holy sigil in my trunk and just.
Oh, Luna, that's what it is. Trust me, it is. So my instrument, I chose to not have like a traditional instrument because my character has to hide it from his like family of soldiers. So he actually has it carved into his sword, where you push like a thing and he pulls out like the hilt of the sword, and that's the instrument. So it's a really crudely like recorder. So yeah, it's real shitty. He's a bad bard.
We'll see.
I mean, he'll be fine, but he sucks. His music sucks.
I mean, have you thought of what your character's gonna sound like?
Like, it's probably just gonna be like, hello! Just really loud and stupid. He's a Minotaur.
I'm a bard.
He's a fucking idiot.
I'm Bard.
But, like, he really wants to be a bard and, like, play music, but he just is a fucking...
His family forced him into the military.
Yeah. So, like, he's actually a decent fighter, but he also has a fucking recorder in his sword, because he had to hide it because he kept making instruments and they kept breaking
would break them.
They kept breaking them. So he had to
damn
hide
it, Donnie! We told you not to make any more guitars.
So he had to hide it in his,
Daddy, I'm a bard.
Yeah, I am Bard. Me play good music for you. Yeah, I'm not the fucking Cookie Monster. Jesus.
You could be.
I mean, yeah.
I might model it after.
That'd
the
be a
Cookie
pretty
Monster.
adorable bard. Me play music now.
Oh, music. It's just
actually
horrible,
love
horrible
that.
screeching. Yeah, the old ribcage xylophone.
I missed that.
That was good stuff. But we should probably wrap up, because we're getting to like 3.5 hours now.
Yeah.
So we should wrap up for the evening. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the one shot followed by the fireside stuff. We're definitely going to do like full fireside sessions in the future. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And Tuesday, be there if you want to see me DM really badly. There's going to be no characters. It's just exploration. There's 0 characters. You'll speak to no one.
Great.
I'm just kidding. That's
It's
not
gonna be
true.
like Fallout 76.
Yeah, everyone's dead. No one's there. So you'll see and hear nothing. But but anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If there's any like audio issues or anything, just shoot me a PM on Discord so you can help me out with the stuff if there was anything. But anyway, good night, guys. I'll see you on Monday. I guess I'm streaming on Monday. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.